What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Don't you what's good me, you sly W. Don't you what's good me. You know what's good, big fella. Is it technically it's Victory Sunday, huh? It's a Victory Sunday.
It's preseason, dude.
Oh, now it's preseason, dude. Why you smile like that there, man?
Hey, man. I'm alive. I'm healthy. That's about it, man.
Deke, go ahead and approach. Man, I'm just happy to be here. You know, another day while I'm above ground. It's the small victories like that. Nothing else major going on in my life. I'm just happy that, we're here. Sunday. That's what it is.
Team looked good. We got out of the stadium healthy.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's all.
I can respect it. Oh, man.
What do you think? What do you want to start with there?
Oh, man. Well, you know what? Just take us through your emotion while you were watching the game last night, man. Can we paint a picture real quick while the people are joining and getting everybody started? Because you know how we do this thing, man. So yeah, just share a little bit of how you participated in watching the game.
Well, sat back and looked up to the sky. And it was just like another day at the office for 7.
That's it, right?
I'm not surprised. Because I've been saying it all offseason. So he
true.
looked good. I said he was going to look good,
mm-hmm.
and that's fine. It's unfortunate. A lot of people are taking this preseason game to start switching their tunes, but it's whatever, man. It's whatever. I guess you could hop on, but I've seen this too many times before. It's what we call fake fans, all this other stuff. But, like I said, I'm just not surprised. It's another day at the office for 7.
Yeah.
He looked good. What else did I expect? That's all. That's how I felt.
I like it. But you enjoy watching it, though, correct?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
It was great, man. It was great.
It.
Yeah, the touchdowns to Freiermuth, the offense just humming. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I was on the Pat train, man. I was enjoying the heck out of that.
Dude, you've been on him.
Nice, man.
You've been on him.
I was running. Honestly, that's how every practice looks to. Every single practice, he's doing that consistently 3-4 times. Yeah, I like it, though. I like that a lot right there, man.
It was a fun game, man.
It was. From start to finish, I felt like. Definitely felt like that, man.
It was unfortunately... Do we say fun or more interesting? Maybe like the end of third, fourth quarter. Interesting.
Yeah, I look at fun and interesting. They kind of go hand in hand when he gets to that part of it.
So my phone's still jacked up. I've been so lazy, haven't gotten it fixed.
You staying true to the culture though. I like it.
I guess, but that means I can't make bets on these betting apps because I can't. I literally can't touch the top half of my screen. Mm-hmm. Like to be able to. Like for the internet,
has been like this since you showed us. Was that 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah. So Safari, I can flip it horizontal because Safari will flip. But whenever you're on apps won't flip horizontally. That enables me to hit different parts of the screen. I flip it one way, I can flip, stuff. Yeah. But I can't do that on betting apps. But anyway, I'm over at my friend's house, and my 2 buddies. We were. Oh man, what was it? It was when Haskins was coming in.
Okay.
And they bet the spread for the Steelers. It was like -17 or something like that. I was like, I actually think Haskins is going to score a touchdown here. And it was looking good. He scrambled a little bit. The nice pass to Ray McLeod. We got down there. He ended up taking that sack. We kicked the field goal. We were like, all right, defense just kind of like has to hold here. And that did not happen.
Shout out to the onside kick as well.
Well, yeah, the onside kick iced it, really.
Do it.
It's like, geez, man.
Yeah, that was
one part
crazy.
of me was thinking like, all right, Lions, you guys are trying too hard. I remember you even saying like, I've been on teams that care way too much about preseason. But then I also thought, I was like, actually, that's not a bad time to be practicing like an onside kick. Yeah. I don't know if they were gung ho about winning, but also whenever you're out there, you're gonna be trying your hardest on both sides.
And you saw them go. They did the onside kick the first time. Then once they scored, normal football, you go for it again. They just kicked it off. So I do think it was what you just said right there. Them just wanting to get that situationally on tape.
Well, maybe even the onside kick, but then for them to kick it again, maybe they're practicing strategy, clock management, where they actually feel like, oh, we should kick it off. Could our defense get a stop? Like, what do we do with the clock? Not necessarily the players because they're not going to be seeing the field in regular season, but maybe the coaches were working on some clock management stuff. My buddy brought that up, and I thought it was a good point whenever I was watching it.
No, I agree, man. I like that.
No, fun game, dude. I mean, it was.
Man, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm like, don't you be over here trying to taper yourself
down.
Dude,
man. I mean, did you see my Twitter? I mean, I was throwing flamethrowers.
Well, this is my problem. So you asked me, did I see your Twitter? Technically, I did. But by the time I got to your Twitter, bro, I had company, so like we had been vibing, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of got like, we started researching some stuff, and then one thing led to another. Next thing I know, bro, by the end of it, I don't know where I was at. So I saw it, but I didn't see it. I know you were up there active, though. I saw you a lot, and I was like, okay, that's Deke. I know Deke. But then it was like, I'm off. So I left it alone.
Well, you asked me about emotions. Actually, this is a good gauge here. The first touchdown.
I saw the videos. I definitely saw the videos, though.
Actually, before the game, I said, get your popcorn ready. I had a picture of Cassius.
Yeah.
But no, the first touchdown. Or no, this was the scramble and everything. I said the fake fans and PFF are cowering in their fears. And I think this was the long pass to Deontay. Don't forget the disrespect 7 was getting all offseason. People switching their tune already. Hashtag fake fans. And then the first touchdown to Frymouth, I just said, yep.
He was on one. Let's go.
7-22. I just tweeted that after the Najee catch.
There we go. Just
another day at the office for Big Ben.
And
then this is the second touchdown to Pat. Not surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Just tweeted a screenshot of Ben's stat line. And then retweeted my MVP bet. And then just said retiring from Twitter for the rest of the game. Nothing else needs to be said. So that's what was happening.
And he just casually come in here like, well, you know, it's just a game. Nothing serious. I mean, I watched it. It was fun. I mean, I ain't gonna move the needle, nothing like that. I mean, I expected this. Well, I love you, bro. You are killing it. Let's go.
I just had to throw the flamethrowers.
I'm glad. I do remember the videos now. I do remember that part. I tell you, I was in and out of it. I do remember the videos, though. It was a time, though. It was a great time. But it was a time.
So that's what was going on. Haven't tweeted since my last one. Retiring from Twitter for the rest of the game.
Respect.
Nothing need to be said.
You didn't need to come out of retirement. It was already set. So with that, man, that's a vibe right there. See, that's why I needed to hear that from you right there, man. I needed that. That get me going right there.
Okay.
So now we can start.
I didn't want to bring it up right off the bat because I didn't know if you already saw it. I'm being douchey about it.
I did not. I saw bits and pieces. So now, I told you,
it seems like I
was in and out of it. You know what I mean? I was in and out of it. I recovered now, though. Thankfully, that's why I had to work out this morning. Deke pulled up. He was like, "Yo, why are you sweating?" I said, "Man, I had to get this out of my system, whatever this was." And now we're good. So yeah, man.
You were on some alcohol too.
I was on some. Hey, it was a good time. It was a good time.
I'm glad you enjoyed the game.
Bro, it's not often. You know what I mean? I'm catching up now. I tell you, man, I feel like I'm trying to set a tone here for every game. I got to be feeling good in some type of way.
Yeah.
And I had company. So when you got company, then justifies it all the way, man.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We're good. It's like, oh, babe, I got to entertain.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know how that goes. So with that being said, man, we already see the chat is super crazy already. So let us know where you're tuning in from so we can get this thing rolling. Also, I welcome these upper room members while the people in the chat start letting us know where they're checking in from. So Bart Basquiato. I like that, Bart Basquiato. Nice play on the last name there. But either way, Bart, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It looks like we have Ant the Man too. Shout out Ant the Man too. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then Max Holcomb, he simply says, if you weren't rocking with Ben before last night, don't you switch up now. But what if you want to be a new fan, though? We can't get new fans? That sucks. How we can build a band, build the fan base? I mean, because otherwise the next wave of like analysts are going to be anti-Ben people because they weren't a chance to get on the bandwagon. We should let them on.
Here's all you got to say.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not hard because in sports media or any of this stuff, you throw out takes. Sometimes you're wrong.
Yeah.
We need some public apologies, though. That doesn't happen.
Or maybe it just doesn't get talked about as much.
People brush off their old takes and act like nothing's happened. Now they switch it up. That's all I'm saying. Just say, wow, I was wrong. I was wrong. That's all you got to say.
I'm going to tell you this. They say it, but it's kind of like when a football player gets accused of something. We know the accusation, the initial story always dominates the headlines. And then after the fact, when the truth comes out, exactly, the truth comes out and you're like, oh, that was it. That's the apology just one time. You're not going to give us like multiple segments for multiple hours about this.
He might need to rock a Ben jersey. He might need to rock a Ben jersey.
But that's typically, I know from my experience how I've seen it, man. Like, they going to hit you with that quick apology. He might come on for 30 seconds at the beginning of his segment and say, well, you know what, Ben looked good last night. But it was Detroit Lions, And he's just going to keep going on like that. That's how it be. You know that's how it's going to be, bro. He ain't going to give us no full apology. Nah.
Well, that's not really apologizing, though. That's probably just him still sticking with his old take. But let's say middle of the season, he just admits, like, hey, I'm wrong. That's what he's got to admit. He's got to say that.
We saw even last year with Colin Cowherd. Remember that? He
What'd
waited.
he do?
Well, because remember his whole thing was, I think it was like 7. Steelers was winning 7 games. That was his whole like thing, and he just kept pushing and kept pushing.
You know what? I like Cowherd though, because he does a whole thing about like where I was right, where I was wrong. Like he
Still
at
don't
least
hit the
admits
same,
it
though,
like
bro.
that.
It don't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, I mean he predicted the Ravens going 16-0 last year,
and we let that ride. Just let it ride.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying about the Steelers this year is that, you know, we're third in the AFC North. They were saying that all last year. We went 12-4. We won the AFC North. So I'm not going to be shocked again if we do it because we've done it so consistently. We're going to win the AFC North, but I don't know. It's just the off-season coverage, man. People are just throwing darts and arrows at all Steeler fans, trying to get their views up, trying to get clicks off of us.
That's what it is, bro.
Unfortunate.
That's what it is. But we here to put the flames out, let the people know, huh?
Actually, I'm not. I'm throwing more flames back at them.
Oh, all right,
yeah,
cool.
that's probably what I'm doing.
But when I said put the flame, like we're gonna burn your flame with our flame. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got one up you. All right. So let's get this morning check-in. And after that, man, we can start hopping into some more of these chats and get it going. So looks like let's see.
I got a few here. We got 91932.
Which name are you starting at?
I'm way at the bottom.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I got Damp Regent. 91932 Southside, San Diego, California.
I like it.
Derek Gauze. What up from Oak Cliff, Texas?
Okay, shout out to Texas.
And then we got Savannah, Georgia. The 912 from Blessed Steel.
Nice. I know over on our end we got DC LZ tuning in from Long Beach, California. Got Riot Ninja. Shout out to the Riot Ninja. That's a heck of a name right there. Tuning in from Newark, Delaware. Then after that, we got King Starboy 7. What up, what up, guys? From Portales, New Mexico. Absolutely. Charlie Dole tuning in from Washington State. And then we got Jeffrey Sanford, first time from Columbia, Missouri.
Oh, nice.
Well, shout out to you for that as well. And then we got Don Thompson. He says, aloha from Da Nang, Vietnam. Shout out to Da Nang, Vietnam then, Don. All right. What you got on your end?
We got Ramiro Rodriguez from the 602.
The 602. Where's that at?
No clue. But he just says
you said it's so casual. Like, from the 602. Like, dang, Deke, all right.
Let me try to find it real quick.
I know your geography is on 1,000. What's your area code
Phoenix.
game like?
He's out in Phoenix.
Okay.
602. So that is a big city. Maybe we should know that.
It is. I probably should have known that, huh?
Maybe.
I don't have Phoenix numbers like that.
You were out in AZ.
You see how many friends I made?
Yeah. Vage Wolf, the 336, Rockingham County, North Carolina.
Okay.
Bodie Harris, Dallas, Texas.
Shout
# no Cowboy fan. # Steeler Nation. # Lower Room.
Oh, I see him now.
He's letting it all out there.
There it is.
Corey Stainbrook from Brentwood. I'm guessing he's saying Brentwood, PA.
That's
like
what I was thinking as well, right?
Yeah. And we got Chris Heller from Connecticut. 860, New London, Connecticut.
I like that.
Chris Rankin, Burlington, Kentucky. What do you got?
Then we got Joanne Clark tuning in from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Then after that, man, we got Vague _ Wolf. You already got him to 336. You might have put it in there again. Yep. But then after that, man, you got they definitely circled back then. All right.
I got a few here.
Here we go. Chris Mack 757, Old Town Portsmouth, the crib. Yes, sir. Love the hometown, baby. Jamie Nint tuning in, Jamie Komet, tuning in from Pittsburgh. That 412 live and proud, baby. X10 or Zen10, that might be it. Zen10 _ tuning in from Baltimore, Maryland, behind enemy lines, baby. Will you be safe out there and rock that black and gold with your soul? Yes, indeed. Then we got Milt, the 204, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Oh, Canada. And then CGLJR, #Steelers. Nice play. They spell Steelers right there. STEERLS. I like the little different variations of that. But he says, Faux Life from Chesapeake, VA, from the crib as well, 757. And then Jonathan Holman, South Central LA, 323. I like that right there. Pretty solid.
You want me to rattle off a few more?
Yeah, you get a couple more. Then after that, I'm going to hop into these super chats and we will get this thing rolling.
Brando Studios. Albuquerque, New Mexico, the 505. Chandler the P. See, I still haven't even done the song yet. I'm sorry, but he just wanted to give a shout out, Lower Room Gang.
All right.
John C. Virginia Vibes. Fred Cam. 215 Philly.
Oh, Philly.
Miguel
Absolutely.
714 from the 714,
Nice.
Fullerton, California.
Okay.
And then we got Jody Dre, Carolina boy, but living in Texas. Mike Boyce always tuning in.
True.
229 Albany, Georgia.
I like it. And then I'm seeing a little Outer Banks up here. Shout out to Cole Fletcher for that. And Omaha, Nebraska from Caleb Bateman. I always like Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha. All right. So let's see. This first one, where we are? L_D_2drippy Carter simply says this, man. Just like that. Bam. Ebron, number 2. Life comes fast. Lord, we just hot right into that thing. Jeez. All right.
Well, didn't they list them both as starters before the game? Right?
Yes, because they both got introed, right? I wasn't down there, but from my understanding, I thought they both got intro. At least that's what I was seeing from the people that were actually in the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they both played a fair amount at the beginning.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Like, it's not one of those things, from my standpoint, it looked clear-cut in terms of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Frymouth got the red zone targets. Ebron got some throughout the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to talk about hands, Frymouth brings it.
Yes, he does.
I'm not opposed to just saying Frymouth is tight end one. Trust me, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not either, baby. You come on now. You know.
But I like Ebron too, as long as he's catching the ball. Obviously, he doesn't block the best, but yeah, he's still a weapon.
No, I agree.
Like, he looked good the rest of the game after that drop.
I think that the biggest thing is when you see the drop, and obviously Pat having the performance that he was having. That's the biggest reason, because we've seen Ebron have drops before, and now you have this young kid who is looking like he could be pretty legit. I know from what I've seen from him, every practice in training camp, that's been the normal. That's not outlier.
You were like me with right. Ben. You were like that with Pat.
Yeah, we've been seeing that.
Not surprised.
Yeah, we've been seeing him do that consistently every single practice he's been out there. So it was only a matter of time before he got to get out there with 7, because he hasn't had that opportunity in a game just yet. And it looked like how it was supposed to look. So yeah, man, I wasn't surprised by him. I love that action right there. Love that.
I guess that's the question then. Like,
yeah,
what are we gonna do?
Well, put it like this:
we just have so many weapons on offense.
We do. They'll still run both of those guys to start out, but if Pat keeps playing like that, it's gonna be very hard to limit his opportunities, to limit his role,
because there's nothing Ebron did necessarily that you don't think Pat could do
better. Or at least do better. I mean, we talk about the catching. Pat is more short-handed, so that I like better. I do think Ebron is a little bit better in his routes, like in terms of the whole field. But right now in the red zone, I just feel like with Pat's consistent hands and his ability to legit go up and control his body, that catch he made, the second one where he's like changing his body midair, he does that routinely. Like, that happens a ton. So for me, like, I feel like I'm leaning more heavier towards him, because if that was Ebron's bread and butter, the receiving ability and the catching ability, well, we know that Pat is a more consistent version of that. And I still like Pat way more blocking than I do Ebron. Now, Ebron, he's still trying, but one can actually block, whereas the other guy is more so I'm going to try really hard, but we know what the result is going to be in the end. So yeah, for me, man, I'm just counting down. It's a countdown, bro. I'm telling you, Pat is that dude, bro. We saw it on tape. That's what we wanted.
Well, and you know, Ben really liked Heath.
You heard what he said, right?
He's talking to Pat and showing Pat some things. Like, this is what Heath used to do.
Well, you saw at the end, Pat, Ben was like, yeah, man, I was supposed to keep him a secret, but, he reminds me of another tight end that we had that I played with. I'm like,
dude, yeah. Pat's way more athletic, though, than Heath.
Way more, yes, absolutely.
More. Which is why they were calling him Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
He's a little more thin than Gronk, though.
He is.
So
and he's a little shorter. Gronk is built like a legit power forward, bro. He look like he should be on somebody's basketball court, bro.
It looks like Pat moves better than him, though.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know if you want to say agility, smoother, because Gronk
just looks healthier. Like, when I think of Gronk, I always think of him like
he's like
laboring.
clanky out there.
Yeah. It's like
still a beast.
Almost.
Like, he just dominated people. But yeah, Pat can stay healthy like this and just keep doing what he's doing. It could be lethal.
Nah, that was good. That's a nice way to start that out. All right. Next up, we got Luke Walker. He's keeping it in the tight end room as well. He says, y'all need to stop hating on my fellow Tar Heel, Eric Ebron. Any team would love to have him as tight end too. Y'all acting like he trash. Now, wait a minute now, Luke. Don't just try to slide in tight end 2 on us. We not talking. Oh, no. Everybody that's been talking about Ebron, we've talked about Ebron as tight end 1. Now, when we talk about Pat moving up, that doesn't mean that Ebron's trash, but Ebron is here to be tight end 1. You can't just easily casually, oh, yeah, man, we want him as tight end 2 now. Like, hey, easy, big fella, easy.
But he's right, though. Ebron at tight end 2 is a really good problem to have.
Absolutely. But that wasn't the case when we were coming into this season. This is supposed to be Ebron at number 1. But that's a testament to Pat. And like we said, we're not trying to give them up. We'll take them both. Or if you wanted to give Ebron up, because we're not going to be able to run 2 tight end sets along with these receivers that we got.
That's the problem. I like Ebron out there with Pat, but then it's like, okay, who's off now?
And that was the reason why we talked about who's going to be tight end number 1.
You even saw James Washington yesterday,
exactly. Too. Yeah. So it is not a knock on Ebron at tight end 2, but no different when we talk about Devin Bush. Devin Bush isn't here to be linebacker number 2. Eric Ebron isn't here to be tight end number 2. That's the only thing.
James Washington was catching lasers, man.
Come on now.
Just little hook routes. Those things were flying in there.
And the thing, too, I tell you what, James, man, that's how he looks in practice, man. Except more so in practice. They take him downfield a lot more as well. But short-handed, man, like that ball, once it's in his vicinity, he's coming down with it, man. Yeah.
I guess this is kind of on topic with Washington, but Claypool looks fine. I think he'll be back.
I thought the same, right?
Yeah. I don't think you're dressed, and they just didn't want to play him.
Yeah.
Which is smart.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, to an extent, you always put him out there. I mean, in terms of just having the uniform on, silence the questions as well for preseason. Because if he's not dressed, then you might have to answer those questions. But that was a part of that as well. I want to see this week, though, availability in practice. That'll tell you a little bit in terms of, like, if he was healthy enough that he could have went yesterday, then expect to see him practice probably once or twice. Not necessarily play a ton in the game coming up, but at least get a practice rep period there. If he wasn't healthy enough to play in the game, then we shouldn't see him at all or hear about him at all in practice for this week. So, yeah, that'd be the telltale with that right there.
Now, they're switching over to UPMC, right?
Yes.
What is that field? Is that turf or grass?
Both, actually.
Okay.
They got grass and turf out there. Yeah, but that's like the home base right there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No more fan practices, though.
Correct. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Chris Mack. Shout out to Chris Mack. That's my 757 cat. Yeah, he says, should we trade for a cornerback after week 1? Like when we traded for Minka after week 1 of the 2019 season against New England. It wasn't against New England, but I got what he's saying, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we played New England week 1. I think we traded after week 2. It was after the Seahawks game.
Ben and then SD got hurt.
Because Minka played against the 49ers was his first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the pick. Didn't he have a recovery, too?
Yeah, the forced fumble.
It might have been a forced fumble, too.
Yeah, he had like crazy splash to start out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, dude. Because we were doing those interviews and everything, and the one dude already had, I think the one dude already had a Minka jersey.
Yeah,
he's
definitely
like,
did.
Minka's going off. We brought him in here for a reason, at least a pick. And like,
sure enough.
all happened, but we didn't win the game.
First quarter, like he was like going nuts out there, man.
I'm not opposed to this idea.
Yeah. Oh, in terms of trading for another corner?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not against it. I mean, especially.
I'm still good with trying Pierre. We got to move Sutton to the inside, though. Pierre outside.
So is that official? That's what because last night, once again, it started out with Sutton on the outside. Then when they went to slot or when they had nickel package, they would move Cameron to the inside. Pierre was on the outside.
That's how I want it to be.
So you wanted to be.
At least try it out. At least try that out.
So you would not even having Cam starting on the outside at all?
No. I don't need to see it.
Okay. Because I know that's my thing right now, man. Like, I don't know if they're set just yet that they wanted to be James Pierre, because definitely yesterday's game, it was still Cam Sutton out there at the beginning of it. Now, the play where he struggled a little bit, I know Minka came over and ultimately made sure that play wasn't going to be complete. That was actually him in the slot. But once again, it was on a vertical route. That's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily about outside or inside. I just think if he gets matched up with guys that can take him vertical like that, he's going to struggle. And
because some offenses might have for certain plays, guys in the slot to get a good matchup.
Yeah, when we think about, was this 3 years ago now, Keenan Allen, right here at Heinz Field, they would put him at that 3 spot, where kind of like how we use Pat Frymouth. They would put the wide receiver there just for the matchup. You can do that, and that's kind of how they're doing it. At least yesterday when they had just got that matchup versus Cam, where it was a bigger body wide receiver lined up in that slot and was able to take him vertical, man. So, yeah, that's definitely something to look at, man. I wasn't too thrilled about seeing that again, man.
No, I wasn't either. And what would that mean if because CJ Henderson's the name then.
Yeah.
That we would be looking to trade for. That's what the rumors are out there. But then what would that mean if we trade for him? who do we keep on the field?
Right.
How do we organize that then with Henderson, Hayden, Pierre, Sutton? I don't really want to take Pierre off the field. I want to give him a chance.
But now, if we give him a chance, though, my issue is what happens to, like I said, with Cam Sutton, because you already gave him that contract. It's going to be hard to just not have him out there when you just paid him. It's kind of like what we said about with Zach Banner. Like, now Zach played better. Now I thought he played well last night, but like if he were to struggle, it's hard to give a guy that fresh deal and then say, all right, yeah, we're not going to play you either. You're going to have you backing up because management looks kind of crazy. The players get mixed messages. I mean, it's just, the whole situation just isn't good.
We got to stick with the reason that we gave you this money.
Right.
At least for some time.
I mean, because if we're really being real about it, you know?
I know, because I'm ready to move Cam Sutton into the slot right now after a couple preseason games.
But it frustrates me because
I don't think I'm wrong for feeling that, though.
And I agree. But when I think of hindsight 2020, everything that's transpired, I'm like, if this was a potential of happening, why do you let Steven Nelson and that relationship go sour and you let him walk out that door? Because you wouldn't even have to
especially
deal
with him
this,
signing
man.
for $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's different though if you're on the team,
right?
And they come to you like, "Hey, you're scheduled to make 7 or 8. You want to take 3?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No, man.
Different.
Like I'd rather test the open market."
Right. You much
but
rather
that's what
take
the market was.
Yeah. You much rather take a chance, and if it doesn't work out, okay, cool. But at least I took my chance. I can live with that opportunity. Versus, you over here. Let's just play it safe and hope everything works out. And before you know, you're like, bro, I wasted my time here. Like, why did I come back for this a little bit?
Yeah.
I could definitely see that right there, man. Can definitely see that.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we made this move for Schobert really quick.
Yeah.
If things aren't going right in the secondary these first couple weeks, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I really am. And I think we got the ammo to be able to pull something off.
Man, you know what? I mean, should we ask the poll? Should we ask the chat, though, in terms of would they want to move Cam Sutton back to the slot full time?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, because I'm thinking about it like, I feel like I don't want to take that chance of him out there full time. I would much rather him
on
be
the outside.
That side. Yeah. I feel like that give me peace of mind, but then am I confident that James Pierre is ready to be out there 100% of the time? That's my dilemma right now.
I'd rather have him than Sutton.
Man, so that's another legit question too. Who would you rather have on the outside then? Cam Sutton or James Pierre?
Pierre, yeah.
Is that the question then?
I think everyone's gonna go with Pierre.
You think so?
Oh yeah. You could test it out. Test it out, yeah.
You really think?
I think it's gonna be one of those 80s.
Oh,
80-20, yeah.
I'm scared. Okay, I gotta ask then. All right.
Yeah.
We'll ask the people then, man. We'll ask the people. All right. So we're gonna say just on the outside at cornerback 2. Would you rather have Pierre or Cam Sutton? That's all right. Let's pull it up then. In the words of Trina Still Diva.
Yeah. As soon as this thing goes up, I'm putting my vote in for Pierre. That would be interesting if we make a trade.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Because you've said it how many times? Pierre's more fit for the outside. If we bring in Henderson, what do you move him to? Outside, inside?
Who, Pierre?
No, I'm saying Henderson.
Stop lying to yourself, man.
Pierre's going to send out the Martavis tweet.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. Y'all keep lying stuff you want to, baby.
He's coming for Sutton's job.
All right, who do you want as QB or cornerback 2? There we go. Sutton or Pierre. The poll is up. There we go.
All right. I got Pierre.
Yeah, you got it. We'll give it a little time, man. We'll give it a little time. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all can't be screaming shot. It's only been 3 plays, bro. It was only 3 plays. Come on, man. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Chill out on my dog Cam, man. It was 3 plays, bro. It's been 3 plays in 2 games. I gotta chill out, man. Y'all overreacting right now. I'm gonna just keep reading in this chat a little bit, and then we give the people some time to make up their mind. You know how sometimes it's like 1 or 2 votes. That's why it can be as weighed that heavy, like 80%. There's only like 5 people voted. You know what I mean? That's
sure.
What's going
you got to
on,
get a full sample size.
That's what it is right now. It's a small sample size. Give it a little time. Let it breathe a little bit. All right, but Joey Jr. Shout out to you, Joey Jr. He says, "How about Mr. Big Ben? Ha haters." I love that, but why did he lowercase big? Man, you got to capitalize big. Come on, man. It's big. But dude, he looked good last night, man. Sharp, efficient. That's what we wanted to see. In and out, no surprise.
Yeah, exactly. He got the 2 touchdowns. Well, I mean, the 3 drives.
Yeah, I mean,
the first one was stopped because of the Ebron drop.
Yeah, which
he had the crazy ass play where he's
so
pump faking.
Vintage, bro. Oh,
dude, his pump fakes are amazing. He did it twice.
But
did it twice yesterday.
You know, I was a little sad as I looked back into why he had to do that. Did you see
which one?
The first one with Ebron of terms like why he had to like pump and then pump again.
He said something that he found the open guy, but someone crossed in front of him. Is that what it was? There was 2 guys too close to each other.
But the pressure in the pocket, though, that was what I was referring to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that I was just like, man. And then after the guy allows the pressure, he stops and lets the same guy that just created the pressure create more pressure, which is why Ben had to dodge him the first time going this way and then dodge him again going back the other way. Yeah,
I didn't notice the second one.
Yeah, I was not.
I was just seeing Ben pump fake and making plays and shit.
I didn't know when I first watched. I didn't know when I went back. That's why I was like, yo, how did it happen? Because that's when I was like, yo, how do you get these plays where he's because like even on the first pat pump, he wasn't pumping. He was legit about to throw that thing and the dude flashed, and that's why he had to like bring it back like that. Then he hits pat. So I'm always like, okay, what happened?
Okay, so I'm talking about that play then.
Yeah,
probably.
that one. Yeah, that was the first touchdown. Yeah,
we don't know why he pump faked the first time.
No, I do. Yeah, because literally a guy flashed in front, but he was going to throw it. That wasn't like like some quarterbacks. All right, just look. Like we've seen,
so it happened
like,
both
pump.
times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the second one was more designed though.
Okay.
That was different. Like the first one, he sees the guy at the last second, and that's why he ends up like holding it. Otherwise, it would have been a pick. Great job by him hanging on to it. The second one, the route was a shake and go. So essentially, his job is the fake. But that's why you saw
cameraman was fooled
because that's the difference though. The first one, the camera was fooled because everybody saw him releasing it, and that's why. But the second one, the cameraman didn't jump because it was like a normal, just regular pump fake. But those 2 things awesome, but that one where he's scrambling on for Ebron, the pressure's coming up on him from the edge.
Oh yeah,
the guy beats him.
I saw that a couple times.
And then my man just stops. It's like, all right, you can get beat, that's fine, but you got to keep blocking, or you got to keep going. He stops, dude comes back into play, and then that's when Ben has to extend it even more. But yeah, man, we'll get to that dude a little bit later.
Dude,
but 7 looked good though. Bro.
No, you're right. He did exactly what he had to do. Because the first drive, it would have kept going. Who knows if we would have kicked the field goal, scored some points there. But then the next 2 drives, score touchdown, seamless, healthy. Get out of there. That's it.
Yeah.
Same with Najee too.
Absolutely.
In and out.
And I was surprised though. You notice, so Banner was the first guy. Banner did 2 series, and we know he's coming back from injury, so he was the first one out. Then after that, they went Ben and Najee. But I was surprised to see like Juju was still out there, Pat was still out there, Deontay was. I was like,
they kept them out there for a while. I think. Am I wrong on this? They started the second half.
Yes, they were in the third quarter.
I was like, get these dudes out of the game.
Right. And like I said, I was shocked because I'm like, dang, I thought when Ben left and Najee left that Juju would definitely be gone. But yeah, they had them dudes kind of out there a little bit.
I did not like that, but all is well. They were fine.
Yeah. Everybody got out there healthy, and that is all that matters. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, let me do a quick refresh of the upper room members as well, real quick. Oh, actually, before I get to, I'll do upper room, then I'll get back to our poll because maybe it's like 7 people that's voted, and that's why the numbers are still kind of skewed. Give them a little bit more time, right?
I had the chat, so I just see 285 votes.
I don't know what you're looking at right now, man. What do you see 285? It's only been 4 minutes, man. You got to give them a little more time, man.
See, you could see I hid the chat, so I don't even see the numbers. You're the one that's privy to the numbers. You're just gonna have to tell me.
You know what I'm saying?
I voted.
It's only been 4 minutes. So I'm gonna give them a couple more minutes.
Okay.
All right, give them a couple more minutes here. All right. So with that being said, let me get these upper room members in here real quick. For you though, just remember Mystic Nice. That'd be the name. Mystic Nice. All right. So Brian Drop. Shout out to you, Brian Drop, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then I think we got Derek Goss. Derek Goss. Shout out to you, Derek, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Blessed Steel. Shout out to Blessed Steel. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got 803 Kel. And 803 Kel, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we can't forget about Max Holcomb joining the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alrighty.
And we got one more super chat here. C. Brown, Ben's legendary pump fake will be talked about all week.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to carve out some segments on Wednesday. Remember Ben's pump fake?
You remember that pump fake, bro? It was beautiful. It was lovely. I love to see that right there.
And then maybe because we're doing Wednesday and then we're doing Saturday.
Yeah.
After Friday's game, so we could even talk about it then.
Oh, you got to just keep running
on Saturday,
with it. In fact, because that's the quote unquote last preseason game, we're gonna be talking about that thing for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We talking about that leading up to Buffalo. That's gonna be on our things to watch going into the Bills game. Believe that.
Watch the pump fake.
Absolutely, you gotta watch the pump fake, man. We also have some more super chats. Let's get those in there as well. All right, and well, actually, yeah, this kind of goes in the same thing. So, Mystic Nice, shout out to you, Mystic Nice. He says, "What's the deal with Mark Gilbert?"
He got burned on the one play.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy that looked like he was supposed to be there, though. They like hit into each other. But yeah, I mean, what else can you say? He kind of got burnt on that slant.
Yeah. I'm going to go back and watch him a little bit more. Like I said, obviously the game was last night. It's noon right now. I ain't going to say that like I've watched every Mark Gilbert play just yet. But I do, that same play, that's the one that stuck out to me. I just don't want to have that one play kind of like dictate how I feel about him for the rest of the game without me going back and watching him. So that's the only thing with Mark. No, he had that rough play right there, but I'm gonna have to look into him a little bit.
Yeah, my
more,
opinion
man.
doesn't change on it. I still feel like we should try to keep him. Doesn't have to be the 53-man roster. Keep him on practice squad at least.
Because I mean, we've already been talking about these numbers in that room, and that doesn't account for if we were to bring somebody in, whether it was by trade or by free agency. So yeah, it's gonna be super crowded in there though, man. But Mark got an opportunity this week. Hopefully, as long as he's not a part of the chosen few. You know, we got another select 5 coming up.
It's only 5.
Yeah, it was 5 last week. 5. So
then all the big cuts.
Yeah.
How many is that going to be then? Like 25, 30 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as he's not a part of that chosen few this week, he will get that opportunity to redeem himself. So hopefully that goes a lot better for him as well. All right. The polls went up for 7 minutes. Oh, my man's making a comeback now. All right. It's making a comeback. I told you just had to give him more time before, so people could really start paying attention to the vote. Because right now it's only been 349 people that voted. It's not a lot of people. I
can't see the results.
It's not a lot of people right now. So that's why the scheme, I mean, it says 81% Pierre right now, but it's because the sample size is so small.
Okay.
That's what it is. Should I give him one more minute, man?
It's up to you.
It's kind of over for him.
It's up to you.
I'm hoping.
Okay, I can see the numbers now on your
screen. I'm hoping
that
it might change a little bit. No?
I don't think it is.
The votes are going up, but the percentage is not changing. Ah, man. All right. Okay. I'll stop while he's behind before it gets worse. He ended at 20%. Okay. All right, James Pierre, you're the guy right now. It's cornerback too. All right, man. All right. I was trying not to be biased here, ladies and gentlemen, in my biasness. Okay. I was trying. But yeah, James Pierre, man, still looking good, still playing well. And it's that combination of him playing well or not playing bad. And
sure, that's probably the fairest way to put it. Yeah.
Like he just hasn't had any of those.
Looks comfortable out there, yeah.
Any of those plays to make you gas, skip a beat, any of that. We haven't seen that with James Pierre, man. But can we talk about another corner that we had talked about in here before the game? We said he had a couple of good practices. He was starting to turn the corner. I thought that he was starting to look good. It was a cornerback that we drafted by the name of Justin Lane. I like what I saw from him in the game, man. He's low-key putting together a strong little case for himself right now, man. I'm liking it because the confidence. We saw the big PBU that he had. James Pierre was on the other end of that.
Yep.
We saw the confidence in that, though, right? We talked about how sometimes he'd make plays and he just didn't look like he believed himself. He didn't like he meant to do it. Yesterday, he looked like he's starting to understand, like it's starting to click. We said in the practices leading up to the game, man, he's having a good practice. And this is why we always say, man, you got to execute and make those plays in practice for you to transition and do that in the game as well. And for Justin, that's definitely what happened, man. He looked good all week. And I thought he played really well, man. I was really impressed with his game, man.
What does it mean then for this season? Is it too far of a stretch to say maybe we have that guy on the roster that we could be looking for in a trade?
See, this is my thing. Like,
too soon?
It's too soon for me. Like, I thought that this was a really good statement for him because obviously we said the Cowboys game, we know he had the turnover that he created, but how he went about creating it.
He was looking bad that game.
Right. And then we said, okay, we thought that he improved Philly, but confidence still wasn't what we would have liked, especially when you're looking at a guy like James Pierre who plays with a ton of confidence and is just way more of a physical corner, just scrappy, willing to do it all over there. But I felt like Justin Lane has steadily been improving. He's steadily been getting better each day. And this is how it's supposed to be, right? In terms of a guy like Justin, when you're talking about that moniker of, hey, just 1% better, 1% better, it wasn't, you wouldn't feel this 2 weeks ago. But he was still just improving. Now you see him put together a performance like he did yesterday. And like, yo, Justin, like, this is what we're hoping you can continue to do. So for me, the only reason I'm not willing to say that we got that guy is because that was the first legitimate week that I've seen him do that throughout this training camp, where he had multiple good days of practice and put together a good game on top of that. He did it this time. I want to see him do it again. And he should get plenty of opportunity coming up. So for me, put together some more good practices. And then after that, give me another good game performance. Then we can start talking about, okay, how do we feel? But we also know that it's preseason. We also know the Lions didn't have Jared Goff out there. They didn't have their starting left tackle out there. They didn't have some of their starters out there, right? So I do know that element. And that also is why I still gauge my feelings on Justin in terms of I'm not willing to commit to that because, yeah, we know that those weren't the guys that he would typically be seeing on a Sunday.
Yeah. It sucks because the only way you could really gauge it is based off what he's showing in these preseason games. So if he does ball out again next game, where does that leave us? Because you're going to just have to take a chance one way or another.
Absolutely.
If it's going to be this season.
Yeah.
You could wait this whole season, have him on the depth chart, maybe only play a few snaps here and there, and then wait a whole nother offseason and feel like, okay, now I'm ready to give him the keys. But that doesn't really do us too good right now for this season.
That's that fine balance, man, when it comes to the NFL of you got to live in the moment, but you want to project ahead, but you're trying to see like, all right, what do we have here? It's a lot.
That's what I mean. Would next preseason game be enough for you to just maybe take a shot in the middle of the season? Like maybe not in the middle of the season, maybe like that scenario that was brought up. First 3 weeks, we're not looking too hot in the secondary. Maybe Cam Sutton's getting burned or whatnot. Is that enough to throw in Justin Lane then maybe? Yeah. Give him a chance before you make a trade.
I would, because you have until week 6? Week 6 trade deadline?
Yeah, it's middle of the season sometime. I don't know when it is. So
you have, because it always throws me off, is like, it's not the regular like game of, okay, this is our 6th game, but it's like that week is like weird. But yeah, when I think of, excuse me, when I think of
November 3rd, so a little bit longer than that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. This was in 2020. I'm assuming it doesn't really change.
That same, yeah. But when I think of how you would handle Justin Lane, Cam Sutton, James Pierre, that cornerback room, I'm almost tempted to roll with those guys the first 5-6 weeks up into that trade deadline and really just evaluate where we're at in terms of how is Cam looking on deep balls? Is Cam able to, has he been playing well on the outside these first couple of games, or has he struggled? Have I had to make a switch from Cam Sutton to James Pierre on the outside and have to move Cam Sutton full time inside? If I've done that within those first 3 to 4 games, then yeah, I'm probably going to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of scouring the trade market, waiver wires and stuff like that. But if those guys are playing well, then man, you save your assets. You don't have to give them up. So in a sense, I don't think you have to rush. That's kind of what I'm alluding to. Regardless of how this last game goes, I don't think you have to rush, because James Pierre, Cam Sutton, we know worst case, you can put James on the outside, Cam Sutton on the inside.
That's how I want us to start. I
don't think we'll start like that. Okay. I think it's going to start Cam Sutton on the outside. But worst case, we know we can always make that switch. Now, if James Pierre starts to struggle out there, well, now you got to read how Justin Lane has been playing. If Justin Lane is coming as the 4th corner at times and he's looked well, he's practicing well, and you want to go with him to give him a shot, okay, you give him a game. And then after that, now you pull your triggers. Now you say, okay, look, we know offense clicking, O-line looks good. We're in this thing. We can't afford any of this nonsense right here. Let's go make a move right now. That's kind of how I would handle it. But I think they got time a little bit right here because you have a contingency plan already in-house.
Okay, I got you. As long as we're not losing games.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, you give him 1 to 2 games. Like if Cam Sutton comes out here versus Buffalo and he's getting torched, and then you make the switch at halftime and James Pierre's getting torched, you get on the phone right after that and say, all right, Jacksonville, hello, Jacksonville, can I get a guy by the name of CJ Henderson? And then you roll that way. You just give them whatever they ask for. But if those guys can play well at the beginning, you don't have to go that route. You can save some money.
Yeah, right. If it's well enough to win, maybe there's a player or two here you let it play out.
Right.
But yeah, if we lose like the first two and things are looking bad, you just do it right off the bat. I think you don't want to mess around with this. For all the moves that we made this offseason, how we're talking about being all in, you're right. I don't want to mess. I don't want to mess around.
Like we're.
I think that's why I just want to do Pierre on the outside, Sutton on the inside.
I agree, but
you're right. There's politics at play. I get that.
Politics are huge in that thing, man. Because you can always go from Cam Sutton to James Pierre. You can't start out James Pierre and then try to go back to Cam Sutton. It's kind of like what we said with the Steven Nelson thing, right? If you were to just say, okay, Cam Sutton, he's going to start. Steven Nelson, yeah, you back him up. Oh, Cam Sutton struggles. All right, we'll put Steven back out there. That dynamic doesn't work like that. You can go the other way, but it's hard to do it when that guy's the money guy, when that guy's his opportunity, it's his time, it's his moment, and you just snatch from before he ever gets a chance to show
in the regular season. Yep.
Right? Because this is all preseason right now.
Yep, I get it.
Yeah. So that is that. But
either way, shout out to Justin Lane.
Absolutely, man. I said, man, I was super happy to see that, man. I don't even know why. We don't have any. I mean, he was on the show.
He was?
He was on the show.
He was low key, but
he was
cool though.
He was.
Yeah.
Super chill. But that's what it was then. I'm like, wow, we connected to Justin like that. I feel like, I don't know, like, want to see the kid do good. But that might be why, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had the thing in the offseason too.
He did.
Like, so we're rooting for him.
Yeah.
We're rooting for the bounce back.
That's what it was.
Then. And it wasn't because it wasn't anything serious. It was like people were flipping out about it.
They made it bigger than what it is.
I remember that.
Like, what did he do that was wrong? Like, you own a firearm. Okay,
so then
you can own that. Okay.
It came, and then after that, he was having a really rough stretch to the beginning of training camp in the offseason.
That's definitely
and James Pierre, everyone's hyping him up. So I think that's why it's like, all right, little underdog story, the comeback. Everyone likes that.
You might be right.
I think that's what it is.
I like it. All right, next up, man. Shout out to you, Roll Too Tight, man. Just showing a little bit of showing some love for the show. We definitely appreciate that. Then Chandler the P, he says, if we pick someone up for O-line, we will be elite. Depends on what position we're looking at, right? What position we looking at? If we're going O-line,
left tackle, or we move Dan Moore there. I can't say elite just because he's a rookie, but I still like our chances with Dan Moore at left tackle.
I'll bring this up too, man. Got the topic just slipping right there. Since we're doing these chats, it's kind of like we're
recapping the game.
Yeah, we're recapping it like organically right now anyways. But yeah, in terms of left tackle, I could definitely understand why. I mean, it's unfortunate when you keep putting out performances where you're struggling, where you are showing a little bit of lack of anchor in terms of bull rushes, struggling a little bit to get movement up front. Yeah, that'll have you highlighted in a position. And especially when Dan Moore come off the performance that he did from a week ago, he looked really good at left tackle. It definitely, I can see how that opens that door, man. I can definitely see how that opens that door.
What's the market for left tackle? I don't know who's gung-ho about trading left tackles right now. It was rough in free agency.
Bro, you don't get people to trade left tackles without giving up a king's ransom. I mean, I think Laramie Tunsil was the last guy that got traded right before.
It was a couple first-round picks or something, right?
It was like 3 of them. It was either 2 or 3, and then it was still like players involved in that deal as well. That was like a big deal to get that to happen. Like, teams don't just trade starting left tackles, man. Yeah. And then that's the other part, right? If you're talking about trading, I mean, are we talking about trading Chooks away? Because that's the other thing we're talking about, like, a guy being bad enough where we don't think he can start for us. How do we sell that to somebody else? Because that's the thing we say with Mason as well, right? It's like, let's trade Mason. But we all say Mason is bad. I mean, like, to different extents, right? Some people think he's the worst quarterback ever, and they're like, trade him. Well, if we think he's the worst quarterback ever, why the heck would a team trade for him? You know, like, so with Chooks, that's the other part of it as well. I don't know what his market is going to be like that. I mean, unless you just keep him for depth.
You keep him for depth, yeah. I think you're just trading for a left tackle to come in. Because he doesn't have any new money
like that, yeah.
That's why we were bummed out about Dan Moore moving to right tackle, because we actually thought he could be decent there. It's not going to be perfect because he is a rookie, but he showed the signs that could be at least better than what Chooks is throwing out there right now.
And watching the game last night, I still like Dan Moore better at left tackle than right tackle.
Yeah.
I like him way better at left. I thought Banner looked good at right tackle, though.
I did, too.
I was really happy to see that. Now, granted, it was a small sample size, right? Played, I think, just 2 series. Because, he came out before Ben came out.
Banner got that, like, savvy vet treatment there.
Yeah,
Getting taken out after 2 series.
He came up before Ben. I was like, whoa.
Maybe
now.
they're happy with Banner.
Yeah, but
maybe it probably has more to do with the injury.
That's
though.
definitely it. But I thought Banner looked good in the pass protection. I thought he moved well, and I loved his physicality in the run game.
Yep.
That first couple of runs with Najee, Banner is downfield going to work on people. Like, that was very impressive to see. That's what I needed to see from him as well.
I think everyone on the offensive line kind of had their moments like that.
They
Green at points, even Dotson.
It was a good bounce back for Green. I got to go back and like watch him a lot more. I was really focusing this morning on Banner and Chooks to see like how those guys went at it. But I want to go back and look at Kendrick Green a little bit more too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Banner, I was really impressed with Banner though. I liked how he moved. That's the only thing with the preseason, man. I hate the fact that it's so short of an opportunity for some of the guys. Like, even the starters playing 3 quarters. I mean, how many times have we seen games, our perspective drastically changes by the end of the third or going into the fourth based on how guys like pick it up and finish out. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I'm like, I wish I could see a little bit more Banner, but if that was all I got to see, I was happy with that. That was really good right there, man.
Yeah, it's funny because Mason probably played a little too long for his liking.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was good all the way up until like the pick he threw right to, or should have been picked right to him, because there was nothing bad you could have said about Mason outside of we didn't score a touchdown. That was all.
That's his MO right now though, man. I felt bad. Like, we were in the middle of our, partying and enjoying this game. We're like, dang, is that like the new Mason thing? Like, he could just never score. He's friend zone, bro. It's like, you don't want to be friend zone, man. But it's what he seems like right now. Like, not the end zone. He can't get the end zone. He goes the other zone. But yeah, he moves the offense though. You watch him.
He did fine.
The offense moved. I thought he had good command, but when it gets condensed red zone, it's just like it comes up short. I don't know why.
I don't know if it's just a preseason thing or what it is. Because it's not like he lit the world up whenever he was our starting quarterback in the regular season back in 2019.
Yeah.
His last 2 games I thought were pretty impressive compared to all that, the Browns game and the Jets game. But I don't know what to make of it. Just because it goes back to what you're saying. Bro. He's not playing the whole game. So we're getting these small sample sizes in each game. He just hasn't punched it in for 7. That counts for something, at least against them.
And especially when you've seen Haskins lead multiple scoring drives. We've seen Dobbs lead multiple scoring drives. We've seen Ben lead multiple scoring drives. Every quarterback in that quarterback room now has led multiple scoring drives except Mason. That's the part where it's like, yo, man, we just want to see, like, touch that paint once. Just once. And you've been getting the opportunities with the good players, too. He went in before Haskins again yesterday. So it's not like he's out there with less than varsity or underqualified players. No, you still are going out there with the good guys, the ones, and you're not able to punch these things in. What's the deal? What's the holdup? It's not looking good from that part. That's the only part I didn't like. But as a whole, I thought his game was fine. I just want to get him to score, man.
Yeah.
It counts for something. You know that.
I actually think the thing that hurt him the most from my standpoint was just the almost pick, really. Because him not scoring, it is something, but at least you would have just went back to what we've been saying about Mason. I think this whole preseason is like, he hasn't done anything to say he did bad or lost it at least.
Yeah, but in a competition, that's not good. In a competition, you want to be the guy that says like, yo, this guy is doing this. He's clearly winning this. He's trying to take it. That's my thing.
I think for us, yes.
Yeah.
Because we want the guy like Haskins. He led those scoring drives last preseason game, but like for the organization and Mason's spot on the team, it's almost like this playing it safe type of approach where he hasn't done anything to lose it. So
I think that hurts him though. Because if you're playing it safe and it's close,
I don't think he's playing it
safe. $5 million cap though.
What I'm saying
you
is
have a $5 million deal.
What I'm saying is he's done enough to not. I'm not saying he's playing it safe because he took a shot in the end zone
he definitely
to Juju. That was actually a pretty good pass.
Yeah.
What I mean is I think his performance outside of the potential pick was fine yesterday. I don't think there was a big negative. The thing we can say is not scoring a touchdown. I view that as more of nitpicking though. Whenever we're talking about Mason and his spot on the roster, that's all.
But I feel like you have to nitpick it when it's a competition, which he is in. I think if we're talking about a guy who's already solidified roster spot and their position, then we don't look at the nitpicking. We're just like, yo, as a whole, he's playing well. But in a competition, competitions are no different than when you're ranking a top 3 or top 5. You have to split hairs. You have to nitpick. And when we combine all of them, if all of the guys have done the same in terms of, we don't think any of these guys have had bad performances. But when we're looking and we're saying, okay, if none of you've had bad performances, what separates you guys? Okay, this guy has been able to punch it in the end zone on multiple times. This guy's been able to do it on multiple times. This guy's been able to do it on multiple times. They've all used different receivers. They've all used different running backs, different combinations. Why are you the guy that it always is just, oh, it's misfortune?
That's what I'm saying.
It's this. Oh, it's that.
I agree, because it is weird. And the reason I feel this way is no matter what Mason has been doing, they just keep throwing him out there as the QB2 right now, which is weird to me, which is why I thought, if he just would have left the game without throwing that would-be pick, I think it just would have been status quo. It still may be status quo, which is weird to me. But it may go back to what you were saying a couple podcasts ago about a Landry Jones situation where they're just putting him out there. Can you actually be QB2? Could you actually be something for us down the line?
I don't want to see you with the thirds.
We're going to put you.
Guys. Yeah.
And then if we just don't feel that way at the end of it, we're going to cut you. It may be a huge surprise to everyone because we have been putting you in that position. But because me and you both agree, I'm taking Haskins over Mason for sure.
That's my thing. And I'm like, if you're Mason, if you haven't done enough to separate yourself, I just don't see the benefit of them keeping him as the third quarterback on this roster. I just don't. And as a third quarterback on this roster, you're paying him $5 million. Third quarterback on the roster, you're a glorified practice squad player. Give me Dobbs. At least I'm gonna get multiple looks with the different QBs, the Lamar Jacksons, whoever else is a mobile guy that's on the schedule. Like, hey, okay, at least I know I got a quarterback on the roster that can give me that look for my defense, and they don't cost $5 million. That's the other reason why with Mason, I'm like, I don't feel like Mason has the luxury of being the third best quarterback, because you don't pay your third best quarterback $5 million. And that's what his contract is right now. And as soon as the regular season hits, that becomes guaranteed for him. I just don't see you doing that to your third best guy. When you got Haskins on minimum, you can have Dobbs on minimum. I mean, both of them dudes together, it's not even a third of this dude's contract. Like, it's still that low. So, yeah.
We'll see what the Steelers decide, because I'm assuming Mason's going to be QB2 again this next game. Yeah. And then Haskins will come in.
Or no, excuse me, QB1, because Ben definitely not playing this week.
Right. What I mean is just because he is QB2, he'll get the first start.
Absolutely, man.
It'll come down to the Steelers' decision after that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, do they really feel that confident in just seeing Haskins with the second and third stringers?
But they could, to an extent, just be saying to themselves, if Haskins can cook with these guys, we know it'll be a lot easier for him to go with the more talented guys. But he's leading these guys. He's efficient. Yeah. He has confidence. He plays well, even when he has a mistake, because he's not playing perfect. But even when he has bad plays, he minimizes the damage. He bounces back. He's typically able to get them back on track. Yeah, it was just another smooth Haskins performance. Like,
he really only had 2 drives, and the one we were just trying to run out the clock. Essentially, he had the nice pass to Edmonds, but I mean, the drive he led
by the time he got in, man.
Yeah, the drive he led, he just took the sack on third down. That's better than a turnover. We got the 3 points. Yeah. But the luxury that Haskins had with me saying, "Oh, we got the 3 points," he's already led some of those touchdown drives in the last game. And completely flipped the game for us.
And when you already done that, you feel more confident in a guy. It's no different than when we talk about Ben, right? Because we've already seen Ben do things well. If Ben were to struggle or have a off or just say average game, we say, okay, well, we know this has already happened. We've seen numerous times where he's done this. With Mason, this preseason, we just haven't seen that just yet, compared to Haskins, compared to Dobbs, and even going to last night, compared to Ben. Ben 3 series, 2 touchdowns.
Probably could have been 3.
Should have been probably. Like, if we being real about it, but it's like, and now we know that Mason isn't on Ben's level. But what I'm alluding to is, it took Ben essentially 3 series to do this, and you've had multiple games where you've had the lion's share of reps as well. And you haven't been going against top defenses. We talked about Philly's defense. They weren't even playing everybody at the times. We said definitely the Cowboys, they had a ton of guys out as well. But yet you're the only one for what, and we know it's different things that happen each game, but they always seem to happen with you. Bad luck, bad timing, I don't know, but either way, man, you got to get in that end zone, baby. In a competition like this, you got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, because we're both leaning Haskins.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Steelers decide, though. That's my weird thought process with this. Is like I don't even know if Mason, even though he doesn't score the touchdown, I thought he did enough because Steelers just keep putting him out there at QB2, and it's not like he did anything different this game compared to the other two games. I thought it was fine. It was just more of the pick, like that almost pick was bad.
I mean, it happens.
It does happen, but
we've seen that, especially this preseason. We've seen that happening a lot. The almost picks. It's like, yeah, man, it goes. That's not even just Pittsburgh, like around the league. That's what I'm saying. Like, it happens.
So you're more concerned about the no touchdowns as opposed to the would-be pick. I was more concerned about that.
Because when I think of in the past red zone struggles, I don't want to see any glimpses of that. And I think we have, in terms of our skill positions, especially our starters, and that's who Mason has been with predominantly. I just feel like those are areas where you got to be able to utilize those guys and find ways to get it in there. And we've seen what the other quarterbacks have been able to do like that in the combination of the running game and the passing game. I understand that the throw to Juju, I thought it was a nice throw. It was just, highly contested. It was a good play by the DB. Nice effort by Juju. He just couldn't come down with it. I understand that, hey, man, he can't control that. But you still got to find a way with something else while you're down there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the guys find a way. We can either make excuse for a guy in terms of why he can't score in the red zone, or you can say, okay, this guy finds a reason to finds a touchdown. Ben, prime example, both of his touchdowns, right? The pump fake. He could have been like, oh man, I pumped. I didn't see Pat anymore. I just took a sack after that. I just threw it away. Nah, he said, no, I'm gonna come back to it. Touchdown. We saw when he came back on the other side, even with pressure on him, right? That could have been another reason to say, well, I ain't gonna step into as preseason. I'm gonna get hit. Nah, let me just chill. I don't want to wait on this route. It's not all the way open just yet. But no, he steps in, he throws the ball, nice back shoulder touchdown. Boom. That's what I'm trying to see. That's because we're not looking at Mason as a long-term backup option. You're trying to audition to be Ben Roethlisberger replacement. So we shouldn't have excuses for him. I want to see, what can you do? What are you doing to make me believe that you're the guy? And he just hasn't done that just yet,
He
man.
is not. No, he is not.
And he's not intriguing enough like a Haskins is to make me say, well, even though he's not doing this, let me at least keep him around. That's like, Haskins still is super intriguing. We've seen certain things that Haskins is able to do that Mason just can't right now. So for me, if it's like how it is, I lean Haskins because I want that intrigue. I feel like we got our quarterback. We know Ben's the guy. We don't need to worry about that for this year. Let me see what Haskins can do behind Ben for a season. We've seen Mason now for a couple of years, and it just hasn't progressed enough.
I agree with you. Yep. I think we're on the same page. Apparently, the fans were booing Mason yesterday. Someone said in the comments.
That could have happened. I don't know. I couldn't hear it now. I just was watching. I could not hear if they was booing him or not, man.
The fans are harsh, man.
Yeah. Now, you might can answer this. Slim Easy still, he says Tommy Gunn was better than Mason. Is that accurate? How you feel about that? I don't know. I'm unaware of this. This is before my time.
What you can say about Tommy Gunn was that he had better highs. I mean, he was basically a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And he led us to a playoff victory against the Browns in the wild card back when it was like snowing and it was 0-2. But yeah, he kind of fell off a cliff. The next season we went like 6-10, and that's when we ultimately ended up drafting Ben.
Got you.
And then he had moments where Ben was hurt. He would come in and basically just cost us games.
So C-Batch better than Tommy Gunn, correct? Or how you feel about it?
Yeah, the hard thing about Batch was he never had that season like Maddox.
He had to start the whole time.
But Batch as a backup, it's not even close.
Because I would say Batch always came in and produced.
Yeah. Batch as a backup, it wasn't even close. Like we felt good about, okay, we could get out of this with a win, even if it was up against a decent team. Even the Ravens, like he had that one performance. Remember, it was like the gutsiest.
That's what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was. I would like to know what his record is as a backup. It honestly might be like 10-3 or something.
Seriously,
like that. With the Steelers, I don't want to bring his Lions record into it.
But he was the starter in Detroit.
I think, for the most part. I don't know if he ever got benched and had to come in at all. But he was easily Batch over Maddox.
Yeah, I like that right there.
The thing that Maddox does have is that just that full season. He won like comeback player of the year. He might have been a borderline Pro Bowl. I don't think he made the Pro Bowl, but he was actually kind of decent back in 2002.
And we gonna say Mason over that?
I don't think I am. No.
Okay, I was about to say borderline Pro. When you start saying that, I'm like, that's
Let me check.
man.
Let me check. I'll tell you the stats.
So you do that because I'm gonna shout out to Damon Brown real quick, because Damon just said, man, 757 people in here and it's only like 80 likes. Now, Damon, I get what you're trying to do here, baby, and I'm with you, but the numbers are accurate. It's 778 people in here, all right, and 265 likes. So what Damon is telling everybody to do is basically hit the like button. Make sure that you do that because YouTube likes that. That's their algorithm things, and it'll send the content out even more. So yeah, make sure y'all doing that. But man, shout out to everybody that is here on a Sunday, man. Here I was thinking it was gonna be like Chick-fil-A, no one ever goes to Chick-fil-A on a Sunday because it's always closed.
Yeah,
but here we are. We kind of we open it up on a Sunday.
People are amped up,
and the people are going crazy. Imagine the Chick-fil-A open up on a Sunday. How crazy that would be. It'd probably be nuts, bro.
It would be.
It would be a zoo.
It truly would be.
It would be a zoo.
It's the perfect time to have it after church.
Right. And I feel like ours right now, man, because we got this going on a Sunday. Chick-fil-A isn't open, so you don't have to wait in their line. Church is out. Yeah, it's pretty deep in here, baby. It is pretty deep. So shout out to y'all, man.
So
what you got?
Maybe what we remember from Maddox is different than what the stats are saying. But he did win comeback player of the year.
Okay.
So he started 11 games. The Steelers went 7-3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Stats aren't anything crazy though, but stats do lie.
Facts.
So almost 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 16 picks.
20 and 16 with 3K passing. And what year was that?
2002. That was in 11 games.
Man, that's low key straight though. Back then.
Well, because here's what I remember. I bring this up. I would need to go back and rewatch all this, but which I'm not going to do. But remember Ben's season where he had like 16 picks?
Yeah.
It was probably around that. It was like 21 touchdowns, 16 picks.
Mm-hmm.
He led the league in yards per game, but he was hurt for like 4 or 5 games. That's the year when he came in against the Browns. He lit up the Seahawks for like 400 yards. I say that's one of his like top 3 or 4 seasons in my opinion.
He went crazy that year too.
Even though he
got hurt,
he had the 16 picks, I felt like a lot of those picks were in spots where it didn't matter, where he was tossing up at the end of the half or something like that. So this is what I'm saying. Maybe the stats are lying a little bit here because I remember Maddox being viewed in a very positive light that 2002 season.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it was just because of the wild card game.
Mm-hmm.
He came back against the Browns. It was like a 20-point deficit. He threw for like over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, came back in that game. I don't know if it was simply that one that leaves a fond memory for everyone, but went 7-3-1, made the playoffs.
Okay.
AP comeback player of the year. So
shout
that's
out
something.
to Tommy Gunn there, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy.
I'd take him over Mason, I think.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's why I leaned that to you. I was like, yeah, I know you would know that answer right there way better than me.
I tried.
You got the juice.
Tried my best. I don't know what people are saying, but
that's taco meat.
I'm taking Batch over Maddox though for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Maddox over Mason.
I like it. All right. Next up, we got Barilla92. Shout out Barilla92. He says, did you guys see Derek Watt with that horrible 3-finger block? Worst blocking fullback in the NFL. Went from Rosie Nix to this capital B, capital U, capital M.
I didn't see it.
I missed that as well. I feel bad. I'm like, man, if it was this strong of a miss.
I'm going to try on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm like, Lord.
Twitter would be the place,
the
maybe.
Capital B-U-M? Woo. I got to see this one. Yeah, I got to definitely see this one. Refresh my memory.
No, I can't
I don't remember it like that.
No, nothing's popping up. I went to latest.
Well, you know what's going to happen now. Barilla92, I hope you are accurate on your depiction, because once we get done and I go back and deep dive, I'm going to be looking for this play. And if it is not as bad as you make it sound, Barilla92, we're going to have a conversation when we get back. Oh, baby. Like, Barilla, wait a minute now. Come on, baby. You can't be talking about that man like that. But no, we'll check, man.
Don Juan says, I thought the blog wasn't that bad, bro.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it like that.
Alex P said he didn't see it. Okay, yeah, so I just have to look back.
412 PA Mo says Trey Edmonds or Derek Watt. Put the poll up.
I think it's still Watt.
I think
you were speaking really highly of him in training camp.
Yeah, no, Watt has played well in training camp. He definitely has. Yeah, and we know that he has the special teams as well. That's his reputation. That was a bigger part of why he was brought over. So, yeah, even though I like what Evans has been doing, I don't think he's done enough just yet. But the one thing that he does have going for him is he's pretty much always out there in terms of availability, and he is drastically cheaper than Watt as well, because you do remember Watt did sign that nice contract when he came over here. So that also plays into this. But we
did restructure Watt though this offseason.
Yes, but it's still not cheaper than what my man Edmonds is on minimum.
Yeah.
So, but you can't release Watt right now. You can't. Has the other Watt signed his extension just yet? Until that happens, you cannot release Derek Watt. We don't need anything to throw off that situation. Has already been going on long enough. I mean, it's to the point now where I'm in the anxious mode because it's going into that last game, and I'm like, okay, how many weeks do we have before the season starts? We got to get this done. It's got to happen in the next 2 weeks. I want my man out there practicing. So if you could you get the deal done today so he's out there tomorrow or sometime? Like, I want to get that out there.
Do you have a projection?
I do not. I hope it gets done. Derek, you're good. In fact, Derek, tell TJ don't sign until after cuts and you're fine, bro. Then Derek stays in. He's locked in. Like, TJ, whatever you do, bro, you better not sign until they finish with every single cut. After that, then you sign your deal. All right. If Trey Edmonds is still around here, you better not sign that deal. I don't care if they're giving you 200 guaranteed. I don't care. You don't sign anything. 32 per year. Nah, TJ, don't take nothing until they sign. Until the season gets here, my deal is good. If you're Derek, that's what you tell him right now, man. I'm telling you, if you're Derek, that's what you tell him. Because Edmonds, like, it's too close. And I've told you how Coach Tomlin feels. Like, anytime it's close, he's going with the younger player. He's going with the cheaper player. That is his MO. That is it's no different than like playing blackjack. Certain people will hit on the 16, certain people won't. That's his thing, man. Look, if it's close, he's going younger. He's going cheaper. And between Edmonds and Watt, it is close at that fullback role,
Is
man.
it?
From when I watch, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think with Watt, reputation has helped him out a lot.
Even some of those catches, though.
That's what some of the catches are fine, but Edmonds doing that as well.
Okay.
That's my thing. Like,
no one's talking about Edmonds like that.
And that's why I'm trying to say, like, Edmonds does some similar things. Maybe not. It doesn't.
He looked good yesterday with that catch.
It just doesn't get talked about to that same extent. But that's why I said I do feel like the name has helped him in terms of the reputation. In terms of Derek, like that, I think in Pittsburgh has made it seem like it's been a lot more productivity here than what it necessarily has been. He's a productive player, but a lot of his productivity has not been in Pittsburgh. And that's the part where it's like with Edmonds does some things where he's right on track with it. You watch him in practice, you watch him in some of these games. But like I said, the biggest thing in terms of why Edmonds is on the short end is Edmonds' brother is named Terrell and Tremaine. Whereas Derek's brother is named TJ. It's different. One guy they picked up his option. One guy they did not.
Wow.
So, yeah. Just the hierarchy right there, man. Yep. In 412 PA mode, he says if Terrell was as good as TJ, would Trey get the same treatment? I personally feel that it would be in the conversation. I do.
We keep
my whole heart. I definitely do. But it's not right now. So that's why. Yeah.
I don't mind the thought of Trey Edmonds making the roster as a fullback, actually. I just don't like him as our RB4, 5.
Right. No, I agree with
taking up that type of roster spot.
But that shows his versatility as well. Do you think Derek Watt couldn't run the ball on a level like Trey Edmonds could? Because we've seen Trey come in at running back at times. Like, we've seen that. Now, we don't want that full time, but we've seen at least him be able to do that. And he's all right.
I saw him make a nice play.
Like, he's all right.
Haskins passed it to him yesterday on that little flat route.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I like Edmonds' game. I just don't feel like the situation, the timing is going to work for him right now. Yeah. I just, you know how I go, man. It's certain things you can't
cut Derek Watt before this deal's done.
If you cut Derek Watt before that deal was done, in any way, it makes TJ say, I don't want to stay here or the deal's not going to work out, we would all lose our minds. We would be over here like Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin, Mr. Rooney. What the heck were you doing? Like, we all know you got to make like certain things we don't. It's kind of like Ryan Switzer at times, right? It was like, yo, you know, when they over Eli Rogers.
I was surprised he was not on the roster.
We're like, whoa, what? But you know what? It happens, man. You know how you got to do it sometimes, man. And this is one of them things how I look at it, bro. I just do, man.
What else we got on?
I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm wrong. I do. But
you think the TJ deal could just get done and
the
better player, whether it's Water Edmonds, is on the team,
right? Versus the politics of it. But we do know how the politics work.
We got anything else on Super Chat, or is there a topic you have in mind?
Actually, it's still a ton of chats, bro. Yeah, I'm not even like a third down yet.
Damn, bro.
Yes, bro. Yeah, these were still coming in from before we even took on that first question about O-line. Like, if we should bring an O-lineman in.
Oh, we're still on that, kind of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're still in that first section of questions, and all these other ones were coming in since then. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I just said I'm going to pop up the recap and just put it up there, because I was like, we're going to organically work through it, because a lot of the things we were going to talk about anyways are coming up.
Sure.
So it's just going to let it happen like that. And then after that, we got to hit the phone lines later on. Got to have the people get it off the chest. The upper room members, man, that's always one of our favorite things that we do after a game. So yeah, we definitely got y'all coming up later on. But Jab 98915, we appreciate your support as well. And I got to get these upper room members, but before I get the upper room, Chris Mack, shout out to you, and let's go UW. I did see this a little bit earlier. I did not see it. I popped up on my top name, but I got you now. But he says, good morning, Deke and Moats from Detroit. Just some highlights, in my opinion. It's good to see vintage Big Ben. Kendrick Green got a nice pancake, and Marcus Allen moving like a bullet on the late sack assist. Let's go UW. No, I agree, man. Marcus, he flew around out there. I like the fact that even though he might not have had his target completely calibrated, he was forcing action. And by you forcing and triggering, it allows your other guys, your teammates, to go in there and make plays as well. So the sack, that definitely happened, man. He just triggered, right? Obviously, it was a little bit off, but we saw it open up the door for, I forgot who that was that finished him off on that sack. Wasn't Jameer.
I can't remember either. I just remember being disappointed in our second half defense.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but somebody got in there to finish that off. And then he had another play on special teams where he was flying down. With Marcus, man, that's how you got to play. That's how you have to play. It doesn't matter that you're undersized. It doesn't matter that you're new to the position. You're there to be fast. You should look like the fastest linebacker every single time you're on the field. And I thought yesterday he did look like that. Not the best linebacker, but you should look fast. You should fly and be fearless. And I did like that. I was surprised, though. UG3. In terms of Marcus Allen going in before.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Nobody
like,
Johnson either, right?
Yeah,
Unless I'm missing something. It was just Spillane and Allen to
absolutely.
finish out the game.
I was definitely surprised by that. Now, I don't know if that was more so, hey, we're going to get Spillane and Marcus out in the end part, and then they'll start next game, but we'll see a ton more, obviously, of Buddy, UG3, Marcus Allen. We'll see a ton of those guys next game. But, yeah, that definitely caught me off guard a little bit, though.
Because that isn't what we've been seeing.
That's definitely not what we've been seeing.
Yeah,
no,
Gilbert's
not at all,
been
man.
getting the nod early in some of these games. No, you're right.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised by that. But you know what? That's also the trickle-down effect, though. With Joe starting, because obviously it was Joe and Devin out there. But you're pairing these guys together, big body versus a smaller, or you think about like Spillane and then Allen, right? Allen is more of your coverage guy. Spillane is more your thumper. That's why I was surprised that UG3 didn't get that opportunity first.
That's how they did it in the Cowboys.
Because I would assume it would have been UG3 Spillane, and then you go Marcus Allen, Buddy Johnson, just because Buddy's the rookie. So his roster stock, like he's gonna be here, but you don't put him ahead of some of those other guys just yet. You want them to, get those wrestlers, see what they look like. But yeah, when they went Marcus Allen over him, that was the eye opener.
So you think Buddy Johnson's locked?
I feel like he is, yeah.
Wow, so that's gonna be interesting between Spillane, Allen, and UG3.
Yeah, because I think Buddy he's a 4th round pick, so you have committed. He's right. That 4th round pick is
Remember
like
Benny Snell had a really crappy preseason? But
it was the same thing. I thought Benny's preseason was worse than Buddy's. Buddy's actually been decent. Benny got outplayed by Trey Edmonds. That was when we talked about Trey Edmonds as a running back, saying, hey, we think that we should go with Trey because Trey has outplayed Benny in all these preseason games. He looks like the better player. He's shown he can do stuff on special teams as well. Which is another reason why I'm like, if you're going to keep Edmonds, now you're still in 2 positions, right? You got a fullback, and if you need a 4th running back, or if we get in a jam in the game where guys get hurt.
He played in 2019
absolutely.
At some points. I remember the cool game.
So to me, I'm like, dude, that is versatility. It's a no-brainer. If it's close, this guy's way cheaper, you go that route. But like we said, we understand it's more than just that working into this situation here. So, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. You're right. I was interested in that. I didn't think Spillane played good again in that second half.
John Doe brings up a good point. He says he thinks that Spillane's confidence has taken a blow since that move. And I do agree with that, man. Even though in practice he still would come out and he's trying to bounce and have that same energy, he does not look the same just body language wise since that trade has happened. And honestly, from personal experience, man, that is a normal feeling. You go through that feeling of you're either going to be pissed off, you're either going to be embarrassed, you're either going to, it's kind of like one of those other. And then some guys are going to rise up from that and their play elevates, and other guys, they kind of go into the tank with that. That's a rough thing to do. And that's what we always talk about, like the psychological element of it and why it's easier to have this guy get that opportunity first and then pull him versus, okay, you already made that move. Now you want to try to go back to a guy. That's kind of tougher to do. Like now, Spillane has nobody to be mad with but himself. The only person he could be disappointed with is himself because he was given opportunities. But I do agree. Like his confidence, it does not look the same right now. And that is a big element of playing ball. You have to have that confidence. I talk about it with Justin Lane on numerous occasions. A guy can look good or play well, but if his confidence isn't there, he's not going to play to his full potential. He's not going to be as good as he truly can be. And with Spillane, that does look like we're having a little bit of that right now. I hope it doesn't affect him long term in terms of like if we keep him and we need to come back to him because of an injury, he lets that linger. That's what I'm fearful of. I want to make sure that this is like, all right, I know it's still fresh, 7 days. Get it out your system, though. We got to get back to you playing ball the way that you were playing earlier on in camp.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because that could cost you.
Absolutely, really man. You. Absolutely.
But then it goes back, then if you don't have faith in a player, then why keep him?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And if he don't have faith in himself, why keep him?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I hate talking about it with Spillane, man. Because he's like a hero for us last year.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
like,
he was on the interview, too. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. And then we already said about C. Brown and talking about Ben's legendary pump fake being talked about all week. So shout out to that. Then I think we got some more upper room members. All right. Now, I can't remember if I stopped at Chandler the P or not last time. So I think I will start back with him. So you know what? Let me take a sip of this real quick. The name I need you to remember is Rich Rasmussen. All right.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, because I'm going to scroll through these upper rooms real quick and then we got to come back to where he's at.
Okay.
All right. So oh, excuse me, I almost choked right there. Chandler the P, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, Ernesto Barcamontes. All right, shout out to you, Ernesto Barcamontes. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Johan Hernandez. Shout out to you, Johan, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then roll too tight. Now, you can never be rolled too tight, baby. You got to cone it up. But either way, roll too tight. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. I think I got all those, all of them out the way. Okay. There we go.
Rasmussen.
There we go. Good call. I was like, which name? Where are we at? All right. Rasmussen. He says, y'all need to release a shirt that just says, yes, indeed. You know what, Rich? I might look into that.
That's your catchphrase, huh?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's just like my way of finishing it off. You know, as I'm singing, I'm like, all right, let me bring it back down an octave. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, then Scott Foradora. Shout out to you, Scott Foradora, man, just contributing to the show, showing a little bit of love. Now we're getting back, it looks like, into a tight end conversation right here from Finn McCool. He says, love the show, even if you do miss me every time. Finn, I don't know how I miss you every time, Finn. You got to get on Deke. Deke is on chat watch. I'm not on chat watch. It's Deke's fault. All right, I'm passing the blame. I'm that guy. But he says, how about Ebron's block? Keep up the great work.
I wish I knew what block he's talking about.
I mean, I saw
him make an attempt or two, and it was kind of, I was like, you know what?
He got in his way.
It's kind of like a Tebow type of thing where
he got in his way.
The guy didn't make a play. He didn't make a play like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he saw. I don't have one like specifically that was getting posted on social media. You know what I mean?
I'm like,
there was like a player or two, like you just saw him out there and
this in on the first drive. Yeah, he's saying on the first drive it was a block. I'd have to look back. I don't remember Ebron having like one of those blocks though. Do you remember? I don't remember having a block like that. And it's Ebron.
He said, I think they might be saying it's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Brokenborough saying the inside block was excellent. I don't know if he's talking about Ebron or not, but
And then Don Juan said it was a better block than Tebow's. Like I said, I didn't see this block people were referring to. I'm gonna have to go
I don't know
look
if it was
at this,
in the
man.
run game because I just saw a couple times where he was running downfield after we made a pass and was trying to like mix it up a little bit. Not really though.
But I don't think we equate that with like when we talk about Ebron's blocking. We're talking about when he's in the core. Yeah, that's what I think of.
I missed it, but I'm gonna be interested to see it.
Yeah, because that's what they say.
Someone else is saying. Someone's saying he missed a bunch of blocks.
That's what I was. I was saying when I was watching him. I don't remember the good, but I remember him. The two that stood out to me the most, man, it was the jet sweep one where that wasn't on him. I just didn't like that call once again with Deontay because it put Ebron in a position where Ebron has to be at the point of attack. I don't like Ebron as the point of attack blocker because that's when he literally has to be the guy like getting movement, and when he doesn't, it sets a hard edge and it condenses the running lanes. So I didn't like that design of it. But then from there, I mean, the DB just triggered and Ebron, he couldn't blast the dude out the way. So that's why Deontay had to cut it in and he gets hit and so forth and so forth. That was the one play. The other play, it was on, I want to say this was when Najee got tackled for a loss. Once again, Ebron was at the point of attack, but he kind of got like, he got folded up a little bit. Initial pop was good, but he never was able to get any more movement. And the dude just like, sticks him, and then there's like a little power there. So yeah, I don't remember this Ebron good. I'm gonna look though. I'm gonna definitely look. But yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah.
Wait, someone said it's up right now.
Yeah, go check, man. You go see.
Just got posted on Fairball Twitter. It was a good block. Let me check this out real quick.
Yeah, maybe I missed this one. I gotta see this one as well.
Oh wait, here it is. Is this it? Oh,
Let me see.
At the bottom.
Let me see. Okay, backside. Oh yeah, leading up through. Okay, yeah, I do see that. I see that. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I saw that.
You see Kendrick Green though.
Yeah,
just mauling this
Watch
dude.
Banner.
Yeah, they're all down there. Him and Turner. Yeah, that was sweet. Okay, I see it. I'm
not so. I'm not. Look, I get what y'all trying to do with that.
That was a hell of an attempt, though.
It was.
Like that
was good. He shot his gun. That was good. But I'm not solo on that whole blocking thing just yet. But that was straight though, man. That was straight. Oh, right. Then after that, man, we got Scott Foradora tuning back in. He says, "Love the show. Thanks for saying my name right, Deke."
No doubt.
He says, "Tougher than woodpecker lips." What the heck? My favorite quote from Craig Wolfley last night, originally from Tunch Ilkin. I was like, who the heck is tougher than woodpecker lips? Lord. That's a funny analogy, but all right, shout out right there, man. But yeah.
So he was listening through radio.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
We got Batch and Pomp on the TV calls.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Michael Patrick McCracken. He says the O-line looked much better. Green was blocking beyond the whistle. The first Najee run for loss, he could have bounced outside. And I think he's saying Ebron blocked better. I don't know if he's saying he could have bounced it outside. I don't know. But yeah. All right. Well, you know what? That one block right there, that is definitely way better for Ebron. So yes, Ebron did block better. I'm with it. Okay. But
O-line as a whole.
I thought they did play better as a whole. We know
it was just nice to see too, them all together.
Absolutely. It's the first time we've seen them like that, the projected 5. So that was definitely good. I thought as a whole they played well. Individually, we know some of the guys, well, not
left tackle.
I didn't want to go there.
I'd like to see Dan Moore back there.
Individually, it wasn't as well. But collectively, I thought they definitely played well, man. I thought they kept 7 clean they did keep them clean.
Ben was good though on getting the ball out.
Right. He was on time. Yeah, he made it happen when it needed to happen. Absolutely. As a whole, though, good. It's the individual part right now where we want to see a person get that opportunity back at left. Get back in the competition, please. But this is what we talked about. This is why I felt like that, bro.
Do they feel this way about Chooks like they do with like Cam Sutton?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, because to me, I think that's different because Chooks hasn't gotten paid. Cam Sutton he just got the deal, and that was a part of why. That was a part of it.
The only thing they have is that they've been promoting Chooks as left tackle all offseason. So they'd almost have to go back on those words.
Mm-hmm.
Little ego check. Just say, we might have been wrong on this.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know if it's going to happen, though.
I don't know, bro.
To move Dan Moore to right tackle like that, it does make you think that his chance for left tackle is over.
Yeah.
Because Banner, like we were talking about, he looked pretty decent last night. I don't know if he's been that way the whole training camp, but his time's just been really limited.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why can't we be putting Dan Moore at both spots even? Or is it just too much?
In terms of what?
Have him at left tackle for a series, right tackle series. At least still have him be working at the left tackle spot.
Yeah. They I don't like how they handle that, man. I don't like how they handle
You think at worst case they could at least still be doing that?
I wouldn't have done it per series, but I would have rather have done that if we knew he was going to play like a substantial amount, which he did. I would have rather him early on at right and then switch to left or something. I want to still see him
just
at
still
left.
Getting some work there.
I wouldn't flip him in series like that because that can be very difficult mentally when you're just trying to gather information, right? We go out here for a series. I'm reading you. Even if these plays are going on positive or negative, I'm gathering information on you, your style. What
and
are
then
you
all of a
doing?
sudden the next series to switch.
I'm over
to
here. Now I have to reset and go through that again. And then when I come back over here, well, shoot, all the information I just gathered is not going to help me the same because now I don't know where you're adding your progression of, did you reset? Did you go back to this? Did you show anything new? Like, what's happening here? That's the thing, like, in terms of in, like, every other series like that is kind of tough.
What if you did 2 or 3 series
like two,
and then 2 or 3 series?
Absolutely. Two is good because you get that chance. Okay, I felt you out. Now I got my plan. Okay, boom. Now I'm going to go over here, fill you out. Now I got my plan. Then eventually you catch up to it. But that's...
Like, they could have actually done that yesterday.
They absolutely could have.
Moore came in early for Banner, and then once the rest of the offensive line came out, they could have moved him to the left.
That's what I would have wanted. Yeah.
Oh, well, dude.
It's over now. Yes, it is, man.
Because that's the one position, at least they're giving Cam Sutton some time in the slot.
Yeah.
They're talking about it. They're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like they're open to any changes at left tackle right now. Yeah. Because we could talk about it as much as we want. It just looks like it's going to be Chooks.
Yeah. Excuse me. That's what it's definitely looking like, man. That is definitely what it is looking like. All right. I'm almost... Well, no, we're not almost caught up to all these super chats just yet, but I'm seeing the finish line of the super chats.
Okay.
I'm seeing the finish line. All right. So we'll keep looking back and forth as we keep this conversation going. But I'm trying to think though, who else do we have offensively? I mean, we glazed over Najee. We haven't really talked about Najee though, bro. But can we give him his flowers real quick? Dude,
it's just a big difference. You could see it, dude.
It's night
between the running backs that we've had these past couple years.
Gosh.
Like that's going to be an amazing pick.
That reminded me of my running back. That's what it reminded me of, man. Just the run after. Like, I enjoyed seeing that. And was that Okuda, bro, that he broke off on that? I swear that was Okuda down the field, bro. Okuda's like 23 out there, right?
Might be.
I felt like that was Okuda. Oh, you know, the DB was like 10 yards away. I felt like that was Okuda, bro. I'm like, oh man, but dude, Najee, I like how he's looking, man. And he did
easily.
He didn't. We didn't get a jump from him yesterday either.
No.
Yeah, I like that. He's learning.
And it was just like Ben.
Stay on the ground.
He was in for
2 series.
He was just in those series with Ben.
3 series. Yeah, he played. Him and Ben came out at the same time.
That was it.
Yeah,
that's all we wanted. Both of them just get in and out, be healthy. But even before this game, dude, you saw it on some of these runs where the offensive line wasn't blocking optimally. He's still getting 5 or 6 yards. That's the one thing we weren't seeing from any of our other running backs, I thought. And we were blaming everything on the offensive line, and rightfully so. Like you should be able to block better. But sometimes when a play's not working out, you need to ball out.
I need a guy.
Yeah, and be a guy. Najee's looking like that. He's gonna be a stud.
Yeah. Now, and we've said
he's gonna be a difference maker.
Similar to what I've told you a couple times about Pat, where it's like, yo, you see Pat comes in here and just he does this every day in camp. Najee, we said the same thing with Najee. I said, man, every day you see Najee, he's going to make plays like that in practice. He does that routinely. Even when we talked about the old line, it was like, yo, at times, like, it's a guy, 3 or 4 guys around him, but, you know, you could just tell he's going to make something happen there. And yesterday was a prime example of that. I mean, the good plays, the bad plays in terms of the old line, he still was the constant. He was the guy that was like, you know, he makes this group better. But that's, if you're going to take a running back in the first, you want a guy that elevates. He can elevate those around him. And that's what you see from Najee right now. And going back to, it's a compliment for Najee, but this more so is a highlight of Ben. I like how Ben allowed the game to come to him. He wasn't forcing it downfield. Obviously, he threw it downfield, but that wasn't his main objective. You can see
he came out with the short passes.
He was still fine, short pass, still fine going to Najee. I was a little bit worried because just in the sense of when you hear a person constantly talked about his deep ball, your thought process is what? You want to prove you can throw it deep. I know that's, how all the people that's been doubting him or questioning him, that's everybody wants to see you throw it deep. And sometimes you'll get a guy to come out and you can see that's their emphasis. They want to just downfield. And it's not natural. It doesn't happen organically. It looks forced. And 9 times out of 10, it won't be as successful or productive. But I thought Ben, he was calm. He didn't like he was in a hurry to stretch the field. But when it came to him, he took those shots. I did like that about his game. But going back, Najee allows that though. When you have a back that you can drop it off to like he did on numerous occasions and see him take something that would have been a 2-yard gain a year ago and it's a 15-yarder or a 30-yarder now, that's the Najee impact. That's why you take a guy like him in the first round.
Yeah, no, you're right. Ben was in control. Talking about running backs though, your boy, Balaj, I mean, could be a nice little 1-2 punch maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Najee's obviously going to get most of it, but this dude could come in and spell for a little bit. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like we'll miss too much of a beat.
I like what I see from Balaj. We've been talking about Balaj too, man. He's looked good all camp. We've talked about how when you cut on the tape of him at the other places.
Hey, McFarland, not bad either. Oh. McFarland's looking good.
We know. I mean, the person that's on the outside looking in right now is Snow.
Hasn't played.
He missed too much time. And now, barring an astronomical game, how do you make a spot for him? You've seen Kalen Balaj on multiple games now play well. You've seen Anthony McFarland multiple games play well. We know who Najee Harris is. So
I think it just depends on how many you're keeping. I guess you can make the case him over Jalen Samuels. That's if you're keeping 4 running backs.
Though. Yeah, you're not going to keep 4 on active, I don't think. You keep 3 and then 1 on practice squad.
Man, we talked about this with Snell the last podcast. You do not want to be on practice squad.
Heck no.
You're right. You had chances to be starters these last couple of years.
Benny Snell football.
I know. Like, you're at this stage in your career, like, that can't be it.
It's not a good look, bro. That's not a good look at all, man. But I understand for him, the injury element played a factor. But that's a part of this, man. You can't make it if you're not available. Sometimes your availability is the best ability. And he showed that this year, man, that wasn't it for him, man. It's unfortunate. Kalen Balaj, Anthony McFarland, they took these opportunities and ran with them. No pun intended there, but that's why they're in this position. And Benny is kind of the outside guy looking in, and we're asking ourselves, well, are they going to keep 4? If they keep 4, do you keep him? I'm low-key leaning Samuels because at least you got more receiving ability there. That's the position he's put in right now. That when you're talking about who's the 4th guy you want to keep, I don't need a 4th great running back. I got 2 other guys in front of you. Give me something that's different than the other guy.
They just love Samuels. They just love putting Samuels in the worst times.
Oh no, don't do that, man.
They just do.
Don't do that, man.
Like, that's why we need to keep Samuels.
Jalen balled out, bro. Jalen had a preseason game where he balled out. He has that under his belt right now. Benny he didn't give us that yet. Jalen gave us that for a fact. Jalen gave us that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we was over here like, yo.
I do feel like Benny's been better throughout his career. It's close though. It's not like head and shoulders. Because Jalen's big moments were the Saints game, Patriots game back in 2017. Whereas at least
Bengals game, first Bengals game, wild card.
Yeah,
not the wild card, but Wildcat game. Yeah,
2019. But
he's had moments.
Benny had 2 moments last year. Samuels just didn't have any last year.
Yeah,
like with Benny, he had the Giants game and then he had the Bengals.
But
game.
Jalen never had opportunities last year either, though.
Yeah,
to the same extent.
Well, I thought when he did, he failed though. Like but that's what I'm saying. We put him in always the worst spots. Like, why are we putting Jalen Samuels in right now at this point? Why aren't we putting like Benny Snow or Connor in if we need a yard? But we did that with McFarland too. I think too. Like, it was 3rd and 1, and we have McFarland out there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I don't think that we feel like it's over for Benny. But in terms of the Steelers trying to make it here, that's the issue. You can still be a good player. Good players get cut all the time. Right now, the circumstances are, do you feel like Benny Snell has shown enough to warrant a roster spot over Kalen Balaj, over Anthony McFarland? This preseason, he hasn't done.
Not those top 3.
Yeah, he hasn't done enough just yet. And now it's the numbers game of, are you going to keep 3 running backs? And maybe an extra DB, maybe an extra lineman, maybe an extra linebacker, inside or outside? Or do you keep 4 running backs and now you're down a DB, you're down a safety, you're down one of these other spots? That's how it goes. And then you have to ask yourself, is Benny as my 4th running back worth more than a 4th outside linebacker or an extra defensive back? that's how that, when you talk about the roster, it's more than just, is he a good player? Do you think he could be good in his career? The right now happens. The right now factors into that thing. And with Benny, I don't think we've seen enough from him this preseason to warrant keeping him over some of these other positions where a Mark Gilbert, for example, right? We talk about Mark Gilbert. Well, if it was coming down to it, who would you rather have as that fourth running back, or is maybe your fourth DB, fifth DB? Like, that's kind of the conversation that Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin has to have. But if you're Benny Snell, you don't want to be in that position. And the fact that you've allowed yourself to be in that position, the only person you have to be upset with is yourself. It's unfortunate that you've been hurt, but that's the reality of it. Antoine Brooks is in a very similar position as well. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Yeah. That's just crazy with Brooks, man.
You go from,
I thought we had our lockdown slot corner.
Right. You go from being the favorite to win it to now you on the outside looking in and hoping that you could be healthy enough to put together something in this last game. But that's the NFL, man. That's how it goes. That was a good one though, right there. All right. Okay. Let's see how fast I can fly through. No, we ain't gotta fly through. All right, Bless Steel. All right, this is kind of a weird one. He says, there a possibility of a Ryan Shazier comeback? No, man, he already retired, but shout out to Shay, though, man. He's dropping a book coming up soon.
Okay.
And he just dropped a trucking company as well, man. Shay Trucking.
Really?
Man. Absolutely, man. Shout out to the homie.
Nice.
Yeah, man, my dog, he's transitioned, man. He's in a sweet spot right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing from my dog. Keep, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction. Keep supporting him as well, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Then after that, we got Matt McKissick. I think I said his name right. I always butcher that. But anyway, Matt, you already know we got love for you, baby. He says, what do y'all think about the fight that happened in the crowd last night? Did you see that video?
I did not see it. I saw it but didn't watch it. I'll put it that way. Because it was too slow developing. It took like 4 or 5 seconds and the fight didn't happen. So I'm like, I'm logging off this. I gotta look it up real quick.
Well, the 4 or 5 seconds was good for context. It was just showing like what happened because once the punches started to throw, it got gory. Yeah.
All right, let me live react to this thing.
Yeah, give him the live react right now, man.
Okay, what's going on?
Just keep watching.
Oh!
Exactly. Keep watching.
Oh!
Yeah. Keep watching. Sleep.
Wow.
So that is the fight that they were referring to. I'm glad you got a chance to watch it, though.
Okay.
Well, man, Deke. Whoa.
Okay. That was the fight. You got my reaction. That was my reaction. I don't know if I have anything else.
Oh, my God. Yo, Deke, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I needed that from you, bro.
What?
God, I love when you do that. My man just... That might be our thing, man. We might need to have you react to fight vids more often. Lord. I'm missing. Whoa. Yeah, man. Yeah. So you want to give your reactions since it just happened for you right there, man?
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Or just whoa.
That's my reaction.
Oh man. Yeah. So about that fight, Matt, thought it was fair. Thought it was, everybody got treated fairly and equally. I mean, what's the rule we always talk about, Deke? We say, hey, don't put your hands on other people because you don't know how somebody else might react. Yeah, that's a prime example right there. You just never know. I mean, I'm sure whoever decided to initiate with the poking and the swing initially, I'm pretty sure that person didn't anticipate that type of retaliation. I'm sure the gentleman that took a quick and brief nap was not expecting that type of retaliation either. But ladies and gentlemen, when you put your hands on other people, you do not know who they gonna do or how they gonna do it. And yeah, hopefully everybody is alive today, which it looks like that's the case. But yeah, man, keep your hands to yourself. Anything can happen otherwise.
People want to see the fight. Where can I watch the fight?
Just go on Twitter. Yeah,
I think I just typed in Steeler fight.
Yeah, it was like, it's not hard to find on Twitter. Yeah, you type that in, Steelers fight, it will pop up right away. Yeah, it's a fair fight, but yeah, dude, put your hands on people. Doesn't matter, male, female. You never know how somebody's gonna react, man. So, yeah, such is life in the crowds at NFL games. There we go. Yeah, dang. Hey, Carly, you do bring up a point. Poor husband just flopping in the chair. Yeah. That was the conversation. They were like, yo, if your girlfriend or that's your wifey, and you was the man that was on the receiving end of said blows, how does that conversation go once you've waken back up? And y'all are back. Because he was asleep. He was out. He was done. So when you wake back up and y'all are riding home in the car, or y'all, whatever happened with security afterwards, whenever y'all are both back home in the bed, how does that conversation go about?
Everyone's saying divorce.
Because I'm over here like, yo, now I love my wife. And granted, my wife would never have me in a position like that. But I'm just thinking in my head, like, I couldn't imagine. Like, babe, you got me knocked out because you wanted to go put your hands on this grown man? For what reason? Yeah. Oh man, I feel some type of way. Oh yeah, babe. You need to just that hotel that's down the street. You go stay there until further notice. Okay, that's where you go need to stay. Yeah, because oh gosh, that's a rough one, man. Yeah, you ain't trying to go out like that. Cliff the Dark Knight. I'm telling my wife she got to sleep on the couch. Yep, yeah. Alex Papa Michael, I'm out the door. Yeah, yep. Yeah. And then Kevin just simply says, no loving. That's a nice way to put it. It will be no loving going on after you have me in a situation like that. Yeah. I just can't believe it, man. Yeah. Don't ladies and gentlemen, right? Because it goes both ways. Ladies and gentlemen, don't have your significant others put in compromised positions like that, man. That gentleman was not trying to be in that action right there. You can see his demeanor from the start of the video. He wasn't in any of that. He just kind of got volunteered for that situation. Ladies and gentlemen, significant others, don't be volunteering your significant others for that type of situation right there. That is not cool. It is not acceptable. I don't talk crazy to females either because I wouldn't want my wife in a position like that. You just don't do it, man. Don't do that, baby. God. Yeah, man, he just came. He's trying to enjoy his little popcorn, the nachos. We ain't got the chick from LA that's throwing beer. He's thinking he's good. Little did he know. He was going to get himself a little express nap in section 300. Oh, man. Thanks a lot, Champions Club. It happens like that, man. It happens like that, bro. Yeah. Don't put me in no situation like that, babe. If you love your significant other, if you care about your peoples, don't do that. Oh, man. And yes, it does appear that she was a little bit inebriated. But either way, if you can't control your intoxication levels, man, then hey, man, you don't need to be drinking like that, all right? Or using other research materials. If you can't handle yourself and use these utensils that the Lord has provided for us, if you can't use them things responsibly, man, don't use them. Because they're going to put you in a bad situation. I hope that chair was comfy though during that nap. I do. Because man, that's not what you want. That is not what you want, baby. All right. But who made that comment? Shout out to Matt for that, baby. God, that was funny. All right. Next up, we got Darnell Harrison. He says, happy feet Rudolph. Can't get touchdowns against second, third string players. Means a lot in this quarterback battle. I mean, we did kind of,
we talked about that.
That was definitely what we were alluding to. We did share that sentiment. I want to call him happy feet. I don't want to go there with, I thought that Mason has been playing well.
Yeah.
It's just when you're in a competition with other guys who are playing well and they've been able to score on multiple drives with different ways of doing it too. We've seen we've seen both of those guys in terms of Haskins and Dobbs find ways to lead it through the air and on the ground, right? In terms of just getting it down there and ultimately getting it punched in. Whereas with Mason, we haven't seen him in either capacity be able to get those scores. So that's the big thing with him right now, man. But yeah, he's going to have to step that up, baby. He's going to have to step it up. All right. Next up. Oh, man. Looks like we still got the night track, the fight comment. Because I forget the delay. So I'm like, why are these comments coming up now? But it's 15 seconds. There you go. Yeah, because... yeah, that was pretty bad, man. Yeah, they said my man brother turned into a bronze Adrian. He said a bronze Bonner 2.0 with that mean right. Just jeez, yeah, that was the bronze bomber. Yep, the Deontay Wilder. That's how he went. He hit you with that. It'll put you to sleep. It'll definitely shut you out, man. Yep. And then Mike and Mary Hoggard, they have the solution to how that young lady or other people like that can be in less situations like that. They say that's why we need more of the peace pipe and less of the fire water. I second that emotion right there. I definitely do, man.
They call alcohol fire water. I never heard that phrase.
I've heard fire water. Yeah, I've heard of fire water, and then I've heard for the marijuana. I've heard them refer to it as like the devil's lettuce as well.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, man. Green grass, devil's lettuce.
The peace pipe.
The peace pipe. I have heard that though. I
knew what you started. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And then Ladarius says the power came from the man's his hair, from the locks. Man, that's kind of like in the Bible, because my man had the dreads. In the Bible, was it Samson? He had that long hair, man. Hey, I'm about to grow my hair out. If that's so your right hand might. Cassius Marsh, you better be careful. Deke's hair is long as well. All right, now
isn't Marsh's hair?
It is a little bit. It is, but your hair is longer right now, so you got more power, bro.
You think it is?
Yeah. Are you right-handed or left-handed? You're righty, right?
Yeah.
You swing righty or you swing lefty though?
Dude, I'm telling you. I mean, it'd have to be righty for sure. But, dude, like, never have thought about being in a fight.
He said not even thought about it.
Never, like, I don't even think I don't know. Wait. How's that look?
You look good.
I might have it. Maybe I'm a natural.
Listen, I was watching the Pacquiao and, I forgot how to say his last name. The Pacquiao, your dentist fight last night, right? And literally, the dude was throwing what they call a Cuban right. It was like this Cuban hook where instead of it coming straight or a loop, and it was like this weird angle. Pacquiao could never see it. He was about to punch Pacquiao's head off. It was a nice fight, though. I was very happy about that. I'm glad I tuned in. But you might have that little janky, because his looked like that too, bro. And so he was firing on Pacquiao. It's
not like I'm out here practicing my techniques or anything. I never have.
Which means that you don't have bad form then. You don't have bad habits. See, we don't have to fix the negative because you don't have any of that right now. It's good for you, man.
But I might have that natural talent.
Exactly. And you got it factor.
Okay.
You definitely got it factor.
Thank you.
Man. In that situation, bro, how you handling that?
Me versus Marsh?
If that was Marsh on the other... I hope that wasn't Marsh on the other end of that. But if you were in the crowd, you think you could have put up a little better performance than my man that went to sleep? Or you think you going to sleep too? Would you have went to sleep right there, Deke? Or you got something for us?
I actually think I may have been able to pull off some better negotiations.
Oh, okay.
I may have been able to settle down.
That's what I'm
saying.
Before or after the young lady threw her right hand? Because I feel like once the right hand hit and he took the glasses off, when the glasses came, I said, "Oh God, somebody's going down." You don't just take the glasses off. And why? We'll coach him up later. But I'm like, you gotta. That was your moment when he goes to take the glass off. You gotta jump in that thing, then, man.
I think I could have broken it up.
Oh man.
I think I could have negotiated like, yo, let's chill.
Yeah,
let's all chill.
Come on, man. Come on, baby. Peace, love, peace, love.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
that would have been my strategy. Yeah.
Even if the young lady was gonna throw another one, if she throws another one, does it still work while you're diffusing the situation?
You're trying your best, dude.
Now, William Cecil says your mustache has +8 protection. I mean, up to
what does that mean?
I feel like that's
like I could take hits to the face.
Yeah. Like I think of like Roblox and Minecraft. Like my little man, they always play them games, but it's stuff like that. Oh, yeah, it's plus this. Yeah, maybe that's help you. You got a nice health meter and a shield on your mustache that would have provided you a little bit of extra wherewithal when that man would have struck you with that right hook.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have been able to take that and sustain it and like, give me some more.
Okay.
Yeah, or at least help. You wouldn't have went night. You never want to go full night. Like when you go all the way to sleep, it's not a good look, bro. Yeah. But I would have hoped that you would have had a little better outing as well.
I think I could have broken it up. That's what I think.
Well, and I'll say this because I know we're going to travel to some games this year. We'll be in stands together. I promise I'm not going to put you in a position like that.
Thanks.
I just ask you reciprocate that. Don't put me in a position either like that. Okay. Don't have me like that.
No. I'm cool with people. No.
I feel like Cleveland was like the only chance we could have had for that though. When we did Cleveland that Thursday nighter.
Yeah, but like people were going at it at the tailgate a little bit, like talking smack. But
I'm saying
it's all fun
in the stands, though. Remember it was a gentleman who was going at the couple, they were like in front of us, I want to say. It was a couple of fans that were giving a little hard time. I don't remember how it played out though.
Was there a little?
It was. It definitely was. Yeah.
Was it against Steeler fans?
Yes, because we were because it was us in like another set in the dog pound, but they were like further up and like off to the right. We could see them, but they weren't like close to us though.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely remember like that. And I was like, yeah, that's probably like the closest we've ever had. And then we know our group that traveled with us, they were in a different part of a section. They did have a little bit of a tussle up, but they all survived. They made it out. That's all that matters. So that was good.
Yeah, no, I think any like smack talk or going back and forth, it's always in good fun. I see people that, I mean, it gets serious.
But we know some people that get serious
like where, that, you see the fights like that. I'll throw you
off the stands. I'll throw you off the mezzanine. You're like, bro, is that serious? Yes, that's my quarterback.
But it's usually like because in the Browns tailgate, we were like everyone was going back and forth. Like, we're gonna smoke you in this, but it's like it's just like all in good fun.
Yeah.
That's how I expect it to be. If I'm going at some fans,
okay.
I just expect it to be like, all right, we're all cool here. Like nothing's actually gonna be coming of this. Who knows though? Whew. I guess I would be the one that's more likely to put you in a predicament than you to me.
You sure?
I don't know how or why. But
I'm more lively at the tailgates. I feel like I'm more like, hey, dog, what's up? Like I'm more on that energy, bro. Whereas you always just like, what's up, guys? Shout out to 7. What's up, guys? Hey, yeah.
You did predict me getting into a fight down in Kansas City.
Oh, man.
You were predicting something like that.
I did, yeah. But we're good right now.
No, I don't see it.
You're a lover, man.
We're not going to like if it was Oakland or now it's Vegas. So that's a different vibe now. Yeah, that's a different vibe.
Yeah.
I've heard things about Cincy. I think we both heard things about going to Cincy.
Yeah, Cincy like that.
I don't think we're going to places like Green Bay. I don't think anyone's trying to fight up in Green Bay, Buffalo.
Yeah.
No.
Buffalo, man, we just want to put you through a table.
LA, we're going to be the home team out in LA.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, we're not in high hostile areas, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I think we are straight then on that. But no, that was a good little convo right there, man. Good little convo that we had going on. Sheesh. It's funny though, man, when you think about how a crowd fight could just spark up this little convo.
Yeah.
I wonder what's more likely to happen though with you. You get into a fight at one of these games, or you find your love interest at one of these games. What do you think happens first, Deke? Huh? You gonna find your love interest at one of these games?
You could
that what gonna happen?
You could leave that one up to the chat.
Pull it up.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I got nothing to say. Who knows?
Deke fight or Deke finds love. I'm gonna go with you finding love, bro. Personally, I'm gonna go with you finding love.
You think?
Absolutely, man. But no, that's funny right there, man. As we keep this thing going, I see Marcelo Magic, man, talking about my root beer floats, my Moats floats. Yeah, baby, come on now. Gotta talk about Moats floats, man. But actually, you'll be able to get one of those soon. Actually, is that this Thursday? Dude, I got an event this Thursday. I just realized that. I'm glad you brought that up. I guess I'll talk about it real quick, and then we'll keep this thing going. But yeah, man, this Thursday, August 26th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., I will be at Wahlburgers doing another book event. This one is at the block in Northway, though. So 6242 Northway Drive. That's up north across from like Ross Park and all that stuff up there, man. But yeah, be out there, man, doing a little meet and greet, bartending like I did the last one. Was that a week ago for that one? 2 weeks ago?
Probably 2 weeks.
I'll say
Time's
2 weeks.
been flying.
Man, I feel like all my days are kind of in between like that. But yeah, man, it's definitely a blast, man. So yeah, pull up, man. If you're in the town, if you're in the city, pull up, baby. Yes, indeed. Wahlburgers at the block. And obviously, I got that stuff in the comment section. Or excuse me, not the comment, in the community page as well. But yeah, man, I'm glad you brought up my root beer float, man. It's a tasty little beverage, by the way. Yeah, very tasty, if I might say so myself. All right, back to the show, though. We got Alan T. Shout out to you, Alan T. He says, shout out to all the couch GMs who slammed us for drafting Najee first and Pat second. I knew both picks were brilliant.
I love this.
And we still took care of the line.
Couch GMs. That's a new one. That's a new one. I'm putting that one in my back pocket.
That's a new one. I like it.
Yeah, I thought we both liked the picks back at the time.
We love it. You know, I love the Pat pick. I didn't think we were gonna get him in the second round. I was super happy about that. So yeah, but we do. This is the funny part as well. If this is another team doing this in the preseason, we always hit them with, man, relax. It's the preseason. I ain't trying to hear that.
Well, dude, I'll be honest with you. I told you how I felt going into this game. Like, I don't think much has changed. I think Najee's going to be a stud.
I agree with that. I feel not you, but if you on social media, I mean, you are on social media, but
hey, if you're gonna give me fuel, I might as well use it.
That part is definitely.
If you're gonna throw some gas in my tank, I might as well use it up, right?
Yeah, but that was the thing I was laughing like. Yeah, we talk about preseason like it's preseason. You know, you take it with a grain of salt. That was impressive, but nah. Until we started balling out. Oh shoot, we gonna run with that thing. But I do like that comment though. The couch GMs. So yes. And then Michael Lang says, I'm still waiting on my welcome to the upper room intro. Did we have this happen last time? Oh no, he's official now. He's official. So Michael Lang. I definitely feel like I've said your name though. But either way, I'm gonna run it back because I like your name anyways, Michael Lang. So with that being said, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. I like it. All right. Then we got G. Alexander simply asking, or I think he's saying, we should trade Mason for Snickerdoodles for Mars tomorrow. Now, I do like Snickerdoodles. You know, I like Mars. We like outer space just in general. We're space people. We're galaxy travelers. You know that. I don't know if I want to trade Mason for Snickerdoodles, though. For me, man, I'm more of like a chocolate chip with M&M's guy. So if we're going to trade him for that, I think the value is a little bit better. But I can see it, man. Nah, let me stop playing, man. Y'all give Mason some credit, man. Give him a little slack here, man. He's not playing. He's playing, like I say, he's playing good. It's just when you're comparing him to the other guys in that competition and then you see Ben do what Ben does, it just, you're like, I don't know if that's franchise quarterback right there. That's more of my sentiment on him. I don't think it's like terrible bad. Like it's just you're not playing good like compared to the other guys. Like you haven't done more than them. And when you have the money that you have, that hurts you in these type of situations. Not a knock on your play. It's just when you're competing, you got to split these hairs.
Yeah, because you're just wondering what you're keeping Mason for. If it's for depth,
right,
keep him 100%. Because the whole 2019 scenario, at least you got then Mason and Haskins. But if it's like, hey, 4 QB2, 4 backup, and then 4 potential long-term investment, yeah, dude, that's when you got to make those type of decisions of should we just keep Haskins and not have Mason because you're not keeping Mason for QB3 unless you are, but we're not expecting that.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree. I don't think, I mean, because the money that changes that stuff, man. If he was still on like a smaller deal or the rookie part of that deal, I think it changes. But when you talk about what you're going to be paying him in a year from now, because he's the only one that's still under contract, that changes.
The question is he still QB2? I think in the Steeler eyes, he is right now.
I don't think so. I don't think they do.
Really?
I tell you, but I've said this even last week. I said I think they're playing out like how Landry situation was.
Okay.
Whereas even though he's out there with that group, I don't think they're viewing him as, oh yeah, he's still that guy right now. That's just my perspective. Just because everything is playing out almost identical to that situation, and that is still how they operated with that. So maybe they are changing it, but right now the only precedent we have to go off of is that.
Yeah, you're going off that.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yep, but that was a good one though right there, man. Next up, we got Bombs Away. Shout out to Bombs Away. And I love the emoji, by the way, Bombs Away. He says, planning on drafting Moats in fantasy in the last round. No more preseason touchdowns or I won't be able to. I'm with Big Ben. Stop talking about Pat. Yeah, it's going to be hard now, bro. It's going to be hard. Well, you know what? We could still hope the national media paints it that it was Detroit. If they painted that it was Detroit, then we'll be good. But
I don't still think he's probably not going to get picked outside of being like a late round flyer.
I get you on the fantasy part. Yeah, I'm just talking about like in general, like teams thinking about him and like obviously paying a lot more attention to him in the red zone. Yeah, I think that's going to happen regardless now, just because he's shown that ability, and it was on his tape at Penn State as well. So it's not something that's new to people, or it shouldn't be. But yeah, I just don't think that teams are going to let him sneak up on him like that now.
Definitely not.
mean,
you throw 2 touchdowns in pretty dope fashion that are making highlights on SportsCenter. It's tough to hide, especially he was a 2nd round pick. They're calling him Baby Gronk, so yeah, you're not gonna be able to hide him for too much longer.
Can definitely agree with that. Next up, man, Wade Keith. Shout out to you, Wade Keith. He says, you guys see the video of the woman slapping a brother and getting her man slept over it. Friendly reminder, keep your hands to yourself or get some. Wade Keith, actually, we just talked about it live.
Yeah.
We had a live reaction from a man, Deke, seeing it for the first time. Yeah, I second that emotion though, man. Keep your hands to yourself, baby. Otherwise, you will get some daytime NyQuil, unfortunately. Or you get nighttime NyQuil for free. Now, that's what he got right there. Or I guess you paid the price of admission. So you paid to get slept. Even worse. Oh, gosh. Hopefully she paid for those tickets. All right. Next up, Justin Kors. He says, look at what PFF posted about Dan Moore. I am not sure.
You want me to check it?
Let's go see what they posted.
What do you think it's going to be? Good or bad?
Probably going to say he played bad. I didn't like him at
yesterday?
Right tackle as much, though.
Oh, shit. Hold on. No, I guess it's just PFF in general? Or is there a specific branch? They have like PFF
I'm not sure. Just
Pittsburgh or
PFF
something?
and then pull them up. Yeah.
Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah. And Wade Keith, shout out. I didn't know if you were still with us or not, but I'm glad that you got it. So you heard the combo. We was talking about it. Major love.
This isn't a grade, but they say the player with the most pass blocking snaps while allowing 0 pressures this preseason. Oh, okay. Hashtag Steelers, Dan Moore Jr., 62.
Nice. Okay.
So there's that. Let me look to see if there's a grade at all.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing a grade right off the bat. That's
because usually they have the grades up and stuff.
That was 30 minutes ago, so that might have been around the time where he made the comment.
Yeah, because even Frank K was literally just saying check the Twitter, which we just did.
Yeah, if it's the main PFF one, that's the only one I'm seeing right now. I'm scrolling through as fast as I can, but yeah, because everything else is from yesterday, like 15 hours ago. It's I'm seeing Denver. But yeah,
I mean, we've said
that's a nice little stat. Well. At least PFF's posting something positive.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
They're silent about Ben though. I haven't.
No surprise, right? you wouldn't expect anything less. I don't expect to hear anything from him. I don't expect to hear anything from Tannenbaum. I don't expect. Who's the other guy that says, "Oh my gosh"?
Orlovsky had Ben's back.
Yeah, he did, but it was somebody else. Oh man, yeah, because Orlovsky had Ben's back, and
actually no, they posted. Here's all they posted. They posted Ben's stat line. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh. Did you speak too soon? Do you owe somebody an apology? Is that what you're saying? Did you speak too soon?
No, I don't.
He said, no, I don't.
I'm looking, and it seems like, yeah, the pass to Freiermuth, they highlighted Freiermuth. The Najee play, they highlighted Najee. Obviously, yeah. Which is fine. Like Najee, Najee got a good bulk of those yards, but still the
2 pat throws though that was big.
New tight end 1 in Pittsburgh making plays. Okay, that had nothing to do with Ben Hunt. And all they did for Ben was this: no fire emojis or anything. It's just they posted his stat line. That's it.
Yo. All right, fair enough. Yeah, and it was Bart Scott. That was the guy who had his back. I was like, I know it wasn't Woodley, Damian Woodley. I was like, I couldn't remember which guy it was. But yeah, it was Bart Scott that had Big Ben's back as well. But man, you're right though. They didn't give him the same energy as some of those other guys on social. Ooh. They hit you with just a
coincidence.
Give him a static picture.
I don't know. Are you looking too into it?
It was kind of begrudgingly when they put that up. They're like, we don't want to, but we have to. Give him a still shot.
We have to because we covered the NFL and Ben's doing good. We have to post something.
That's definitely how I felt right there.
Despite all of our shots we've taken at him this whole offseason. What else we got?
All right, next up, we got a couple more chats, and then after that, we get to these phone lines, man.
I'm good with that.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, it's been happening organically in terms of how we've broken this game down. Yeah, because we've hit.
There's only one thing I'm thinking.
Go for it. Maybe in fact, let's do it right now. Go for it right now.
I'm thinking just linebackers like
that's
Bush
what
and
I was going. So you was going Bush Stobert. I was going to go Highsmith and Ingram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we go with Bush Stobert first though.
What do you think?
I thought as a whole, Schobert still getting better. He's still getting more comfortable. That's the thing. He has to get comfortable. That's the biggest thing when I think of him. Devin is Devin. Just reps. That's my thing with both of those guys. we said going into this game though that I wasn't expecting a ton from Joe. I wasn't expecting him to do anything crazy. One thing I would say is the pass that he gave up, just your eyes. And it was man to man, but he was hug rushing. Now, I don't know in terms of you can have familiarities with a defense in terms of, okay, we've run tight Sammy 33. It's a cover 3 out of a base personnel. We know we're going to have the pressure coming from the passing strength side. We know that the backside D ain't got to drop. Okay, cool. But as linebackers, we might say, hey, we're going to play that top down. Whereas top down means give them space, let those guys come. If they throw, you just tackle the catch. Other places, they might say, hey, we go and get those guys and force the action. That's just one difference. So even though it's the same family, same call, we're playing in different ways. So watching him yesterday in man coverage in Pittsburgh, we hug rush. We talked about what a hug rush is, right? If that's your tight end, that's your running back. Vince Williams was great at this. I got you. I'm supposed to cover you for a pass route. I don't want to cover you. I'm going to make it like a blitz. Because if I blitz, you have to stand and block me. And then for now, it's going to drive you back to the quarterback. Joe looked like he was trying to close that space on the tight end, but was in no man's land of, okay, the ball snapped. I hesitated. Okay, now it's timing off. Now let me try to go up here and hug. But now he already knows that I have him in coverage. So now he's releasing. And now I'm off in that stance like that. That's what I saw from Joe, but that's more so just you got to get more familiar with how we do it here in Pittsburgh. Because in Jacksonville, I don't think they did a ton of that down there. Like when I watched him on tape, it was more off stuff, not hugging like that. Now, he was still a productive player in terms of being down by the line of scrimmage, but I just didn't see a lot of that on the game that I watched from Joe. So for me, I just think that it was more of that with him. But with Devin, I just got to keep getting back out there, keep playing. You missed a ton of ball. You missed a ton of preseason action. Young players need to practice. Young players need to play.
They had him in there late too.
Young players, they got to get out there. That's how you catch those guys back up there, because it doesn't matter how many times you make a play with your eyes in film. It doesn't matter how many times you make a play with your eyes or mentally on the sideline. It is different when you're out there on that field. Your vision is different. Your fatigue is different. The speed is different. It's just so many more variables that you have to be out there playing these games to get that. You don't, and Devin hasn't seen enough ball yet. So that's why we've been trying to get him out there this whole time. Injury or not, when he said he was healthy, it's like, yo, get out there. Reps, show me. Don't tell me that you're healthy. Show me that you're healthy. And the way you show me that is when you go out there and practice, you're able to come back the next day. It's like, yo, my knee is fine. I'm able to go again. We know it's gotten to that now, but early on it wasn't. And that to me is why we still haven't felt that Devin Bush effect just yet to what we think it should be and what it ultimately will be if he continues to progress. But that's the thing with Devin right now, man. He just has to see more ball, play more ball, man.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I liked, for the most part, how the defense played outside of that first drive.
Yeah.
So we got lucky with the drop pass. Like, they could have kept that drive going. But overall, I thought it was fine. And they'll be fine as a linebacker tandem, like you said, with Bush just getting more and more acclimated. And then Schobert getting more acclimated to the Steelers. Yeah. That's all. Like, they're good players.
Bro, he
like,
literally just got here. Like, that's a super hard position to be in, where not only he can't even come in here and just play and worry about himself not making a mistake, he's in charge of making sure everybody else is aligned as well. That's the part where it can be overwhelming for young players. And that's why we say you typically don't have rookies come in and take the green dot, because you're trying to just figure out what you're supposed to do, let alone me telling you guys, hey, it's closed right, but look, man, we coming down Liz. Oh, it was 2x2. This got motioned over. Now we got to change it. Go rip. And for you as the backer, you don't went from being the front side hook defender to the back side hook defender. When it was 2x2, you had a vertical carry on this guy. Now that it's 3x1, you got to get ready to push to the front side. If that back goes over there and creates 4 strong, like, that's a ton to think about. And that doesn't even count for you actually executing it once the ball is snapped. That's all in a 5 to 10 second window of, okay, motion, not even 5 to 10 seconds, because the motion, it's going to happen. And then after that ball is snapped. So it's not even a lot of time for you to go through the process of, what's my first thing? Close right. Okay. It's 2. Okay. Coverage is Liz. All right, I'm good. What do I have now? Oh, I'm hook defender. All right, bet. Motion. Shoot. What are we checking to? Stay rip. Oh, stop. Liz. Ball snap. It's too late. Like, that's how it happens like that. So for Joe, he's in that phase right now. That is not an easy thing to be in right now, man.
Outside linebackers, though.
Oh, yeah, they was
Ingram put the moves on Sewell a couple times.
Yeah, Sewell. Yeah, I was going to say, they've been playing him at right tackle these past 2 games. He's a left tackle. That's what it is. But I did like that Melvin, man, he balled out. He like he was supposed to look. He got after his guy. Highsmith, I was upset because I didn't get a chance to see him versus Decker.
Yep.
That was the big thing. So it looked like what it was going to look like on anybody but Decker. So, yeah, Highsmith, he's on pace. He's ready to go. We're not going to know until we get to week 1 because, yeah, the Lions didn't have Decker out there. But I like what I saw from Ingram, man. I thought he's starting to look more and more closer to that 18 version, 19 version versus 20 version. Just looking healthier, a little bit twitchier. I like his rush plans. I thought that he rushed better this game than he did last game. I thought last game we talked about him a little bit with the contain. Yeah, that was popping up a little bit. Whereas I thought this game was a lot more disciplined with his rushes. And when he decided to go inside on Sewell, he made sure that his D lineman was going to cover him. And that's the part where I'm like, okay, you're buying in, you're understanding what you're doing here. And you talk about a guy that he was still new here, but now he's 3-4 weeks in. He's starting to catch on, or not 3-4 weeks, but he's 3 weeks in. So he's starting to catch on. He's starting to understand these are things that we're trying to do here. This is how it works as a whole. And once you've done it in a game, now you can go on film and correct it. If he just went inside and practice, you don't feel it the same way because you don't see that guy going out the pocket like that. You do it in a game. Now, when we bring it up on the big board, it hits home a little bit different. It means more to you. And now you saw when Melvin came back that next game, how he understood that and how he was a lot more disciplined there. But I really enjoyed watching Melvin. I thought that he played fast last night, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. Now the next thing is just with TJ signing the deal, how he's going to be incorporated then. That'll be fun to see.
Because I keep hearing the commentators, they're always like, yeah, man, that's TJ's new running mate. He's going to be opposite TJ. I'm like, I don't know, man. Highsmith is still Highsmith, I feel like is going to get the nod.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
I feel like it's going to be Highsmith getting the nod. I personally do.
Why wouldn't they have Ingram on the other side then?
What do you mean?
The majority of the time, Ingram should be playing where he would be as a running bait with TJ.
I mean, I
have Highsmith on the other side.
But I told you, they flip-flop, though. Those two guys definitely flip-flop. So that's my thing. I don't know what their rhyme or reason was with it. Because if I'm Alex Highsmith last game, why would I even think about switching sides? You switch sides, though, when you know that, all right, there's a potential that I might not be the starter over here, or I might have a situation where I'm out there with this guy. But they definitely both have been flipping sides.
I view it more as the versatility for Ingram. Mm-hmm. So he could spell Highsmith, he could spell TJ Watt whenever. If he's balling out, I don't really care who's playing.
That's what I'm saying, because you can make the same case for Highsmith as well. I mean, whoever of those two guys, we both know they can both get it done on the right and left side. At least with Melvin, for a fact, we've seen him do that in NFL games. Highsmith, we're going to get that opportunity once the regular season starts. But he's been showing everything that looks like he should be able to do that as well.
Yeah.
I like that.
So then we got a couple more chats here. And we hit the lines.
Yes, indeed, because it's like they tried to add these on us at the end. All right. I was over here like I got 2 left, and then before I knew it, it popped back up. So we're going to quickly read through that part so we can start transitioning a little bit. But you know what we got to do before we transition?
What's that?
Come on, baby. You know we got to pay these bills. Don't you get me in trouble today, man. Don't you get me in trouble. Can I talk about the good people over at Manscaped? Can we talk about them for a little bit? Because football season is here, okay? And we've been seeing a lot of people ball out with the pigskin. The ball is pretty smooth. And you know what else is pretty smooth? Your delicate friends when you use your Manscaped. You know, that Lawnmower 4.0, that Performance Package 4.0. Hot Guy Summer is still technically in effect. We got like a couple weeks just left before it ends, okay? So you want to make sure that you are smooth and trim, just like that pigskin ball is. When we saw Seven throwing that Teddy Bird to big old Pat, we want to have ours smooth just like that. So it's aerodynamic, baby. Aerodynamic. And the best way to do that is to use that promo code. You know we got to have a promo code for you, baby. And that promo code is Moats. Moats. Use that promo code. You get your 20% off along with free shipping so you can be flying through feeling great and winning at life like our team here in Pittsburgh does. So that is that. But shout out to the good guys at Manscaped. All right. Now we are back to the show. Had to get that. Can't get in trouble, man.
You gotta pay the bills.
Gotta pay the bills, bro.
I might have a chat or two here, but like I've just been dead weight. I feel like on these chats because
It's just so many of them.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good thing.
You are able to keep them all on your screen.
Yeah.
Let me do this. I'm at Let's Go UW. I could go from there on down whenever you reach. Yes,
perfect.
Let's Go UW.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the one before him, and then you'll go to Let's Go UW. All right. Okay. So Wade Keith, shout out to you, Wade Keith, spinning the block one more time. He says, "Last time I saw someone sleep like that at a Steelers game, it was Ryan Clark and Willis McGahee."
Oh wow.
That, yeah, he does bring up a good point there. No, we saw somebody else go to sleep.
Since then?
Yes, we have.
The Harrison Massaquoi?
It was a quarterback. Had his helmet come off. Yes. We thought it was a dead body. You remember how Juju, and then Banner with the,
Banner's face on that one.
Between Juju falling out like somebody got shot and Banner with the face, he turned around, it was over. And then you keep my man helmet on, take the face mask off. He talking about I'm good. You're like, yo, you're not good.
Banner's face is classic.
that was wow. I'll never forget his face.
Okay, I guess he might be the most recent one.
That face killed me, bro. But Mason, Juju fell out on that ground, bro. I thought it was something gory down there, my man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, you ain't seen somebody go to sleep before, Juju? Chill out, man. Dang, you had me nervous.
We got Let's Go UW.
All right, talk to him.
Y'all gonna watch Harrison start his acting career?
Oh, I'm already tuned, man. That's my homie, man. Yeah.
James Harrison?
Yeah, so he has a wrestling movie that he's gonna be featured in, bro.
Really?
Yeah. He's been doing his thing. He's obviously done oh man, what is that thing? It's like Chicago PD, but it's out in LA. SWAT. Yeah, he's been on SWAT a couple of times. Yeah, man, he's definitely that's his thing right now, man. He's out there getting his Hollywood on. He obviously has the progressive. Is that Progressive commercial? No, it's not Progressive. The where
it's an insurance company.
Yeah, it's one of them insurance companies where he's bursting out the house, tackles the guy. Yeah, man. My dog Debo, man, he transitioning nice as well, man.
Michael Lang just supporting us, giving us 5 bones, and then we got Michael Lang again saying, "I'll be in Pittsburgh December 5th for the Ravens game. I'm trying to join a live show."
Okay.
So I don't know. Ravens game. I don't know if we'll be at the tailgate for that one or if that's too far down the line, but we'll keep you updated.
We'll definitely keep you updated, man.
Definitely. And then we got Anton Patterson just showing some support.
Along with joining.
Yes.
Anton Patterson. Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I will say this, bro. I do actually like when you read these off like that, man. I kind of felt good being able to just catch a breath. I caught a breath. I even took a sip of the drink, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Listen, bro, I wish I was able to do this way more consistently. I just the chat goes by so quick and it loses these super chats.
But you know why? Because you providing that fire with us. You taco meeting it up. You big stashing it up. And we need that. That's why the people go crazy. And we just, we maneuver and adapt.
Maybe that's it. And then Anton Patterson again. Leaving a comment though. The most 412.
Okay.
No more baby Gronk. Pat's nickname should be Firemouth when he's hot. Couple fire emojis then too.
I do like the fire emojis at the end of that. Now we do know that Moose said he likes to be called Move. That's what he said he would like to prefer.
Yeah, he said it was about that.
I mean, the video's up there, right from the horse's mouth. We didn't make this up. He says it directly. But yeah, I do like the emojis though, man.
And then this is the last one. Corey Rayford Jr. Just showing some support.
I like that right there.
I think that's it. Am I missing something?
No, you're good. You're good. We're about to hop to these phone lines real quick.
Okay.
But Squatchy says Deke is the bacon of the BLT. And I just had to laugh at that, man. I'm sorry, bro.
That's a compliment.
That is
that's gotta be,
you're
right?
important, man. You need the bacon on that BLT.
Yeah, BLT. So that's lettuce and tomato, right? Oh yeah, bacon's way above either one of those two.
Oh yeah.
I hate lettuce and tomato.
Yeah, let's say give me the.
You like
bacon.
lettuce?
Yeah, I'm a lettuce guy.
Oof.
I'm a lettuce guy.
I'm not a salad guy. I hate lettuce on. I get all my stuff plain. Like if I'm going out, I want a cheeseburger. Give me a cheeseburger. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else on it.
No, I agree with that because
I'll do bacon though. Bacon's not bad, and eggs not bad either. But tomatoes, lettuce, onions. Oh, come on.
I'm just a big believer that if you season your food the right way, I shouldn't need all those condiments. When I started doing all that, am I eating condiments or am I eating actual food, baby? Season it up right. You notice when you eat ribs, I don't have to give you, hey man, we're gonna put lettuce and bacon and all this other stuff on ribs. No. You season it up, you put your little sauce, and that's it. You good. You ready to roll with it.
Wait, do people put lettuce on ribs? There's
no, that's
way.
what I'm saying.
Really?
You don't need to though, right? Because it's already seasoned up. It's perfect. You're good.
You're saying that should be for all
right.
foods.
That's how I feel like. Yes, you shouldn't. I don't have to add something when I eat a grape. I don't have to add anything when I eat an orange. Why do I gotta add something when I eat a burger? Oh, put this lettuce. You gotta put this mayonnaise. You gotta put this ketchup. You gotta put this rose. You gotta put this on. I'm like, dude, what am I eating? I feel like I'm eating all of the condiment aisle and less of the burger. Like, come on, baby. But that's just me. Season your food the right way, man. Season your food the right way. And Steelers Girl 517. Yes, salad is life. I'm a salad person. I do like salads though. All right, but we're going to get ready to hop to this phone line and hear from the members of the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Get my headphones on the right way. Is it right? Is it left? Oh, baby. Hey, now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We are nice and smooth. Man, I feel like it goes to a different level when I put the headphones in. I feel like we're like in a studio.
Yeah.
Like one of those like real big, fancy studios.
Yeah.
But I like this better though, man. Because we're cooler. All right, so let's get it off
ready?
our chest. I hope I am ready.
The lines are live.
I mean, they're hot. I've screened a couple of these things, so hopefully we don't get kicked off the air today. All right, baby. So without further ado, here is the first one from the upper room.
Yo, everybody, this is Jalga, also known as the Brobarian. I want to say welcome to the upper room, or maybe the upper moot. 2 touchdowns by Big Ben. Are you kidding me? Everything's clicking. And also, Najee Harris making that catch almost like saying, hey, I just caught a catch from Big Ben. I'm going to make the most of it. And he jumped out for 46 yards. I am loving this. I want to see more of it. You guys have a good day. God bless you. Go Steelers. And thank you for you guys having this type of phone call interaction that we can do. Y'all take care. Welcome to the upper room.
I like it right there, man. It was a vibe.
Shout out, yeah.
Hey, man, sometimes you just need a shout out like that, man. Just, give us a little bit of love. We appreciate y'all as well. They said, my man John Doe just said, bro got a radio voice.
That was good.
That was definitely a good radio voice right there, man.
That was a nice audition.
All right. Next up on the phone lines. Here we go. Get it off your chest, baby.
Yo, what up, Deke and Moats? You guys are my favorite podcast, man. I watch you guys every live stream, man. It helps me get through my day at work. But let's jump into some football, man. Ben looking really good. Looks like he can be on an MVP run this season. Who knows? All I know is them Buffalo Bills better watch out for Najee and Pat. Man, we looking really good and nasty. And that defense is coming together. I smell this stairway to 7. Let's get it. Peace.
It brings up a good point, man. But Buffalo, they looked really impressive yesterday as well.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a fun one.
That's gonna
be fun.
It's the best matchup in week 1, but we got a 1:00 game.
I hate the fact that it's 1:00, man. But that is definitely the best scenario right there, man. For a fact it is, bro.
Yeah, it should be 4:00 at worst.
I agree.
We got they're not the worst matchups, but for Sunday night and the Monday night games, it's not like they're better than what we got going up in Buffalo. It's all good, man. We're gonna make the most of it. It's gonna be crazy up there.
I definitely agree, man. But that was a good one right there. Let's get to the next one real quick. Here we go.
What's going on, Moats? What's going on, Deke? Dominique calling from Hinesville, Georgia. I know you recognize 757 Moats. I know.
Facts.
But, no, I just want to say, can we talk about Ben? 8 for 10? I think it was 2 drops. I'm not sure. But can we just talk about how fluid and how accurate he looked tonight? We're not gonna talk about that big play he made with Ebron drop. We're not gonna talk about that, even though, oh man, I know Deke was just losing his mind over that. But that's all I gotta say, man. Y'all keep it up. See y'all next week.
Shout out to the crib 757. That was one of those ones when he dropped that. I heard that a little bit. You can't waste the vintage Ben play like that. Don't waste those plays.
Here's what I'll say though: it was preseason, so at the end of the day, not the end of the world.
Just let it live.
I saw what I needed to see from Ben. Yeah. That's what I mean. You're still seeing that play as highlighted.
Very true.
Even with the drop. So
very true.
Not the end of the world. People are still praising Ben for that play, despite the drop.
I respect it. All right. Here we go. Let's get it off your chest.
Moats, Deke, Moats. This is G. Alexander again from Richmond, Virginia. Still watching the game. The game is almost over in the fourth quarter. Do you think the reason why we keep running Mason at the twos is they maybe using this as a tryout and seeing if they maybe move him from someone else the same way they did Landry Jones out of the blue? You think that could be the case? Highly logical, highly likely. You guys have a good one. I'm going back to Mars now. Peace.
Gotta always go back to Mars. Shout out for that. But no, I do agree. I mean, that's kind of what I've been trying to, I guess what I've been thinking these past like week and a half now in terms of how they've been handling him. It's reminding me of the Landry Jones scenario. Regardless of how they see him in this competition, they're going to let him go out there with that group because they know, hey, we don't care about you with a 3. We need to see if you can be our starter. And if not, we got to move on from you. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a similar situation. Now, we didn't trade Landry. We just cut him at the end. Then after that, he ended up in like, was it the AAL or AAF first?
Well, he did the XFL thing.
He was like the face of the XFL.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if he took a year off.
I don't know either.
I can't remember. But yeah, he wasn't on the Steelers anymore, essentially. Yeah. We were a little shocked at that.
Mm-hmm. But we definitely didn't move him, though, for a player or for anything like that. It was just a simple release at the end of it. But all right, let's get to the next person that's going to get it off their chest.
Deke, Moats, Michael, Patrick, McCracken. Hey, man, not a lot to say this week like last week, but maybe as a casual, I'm not too much of a casual watcher. I try to rewind the games and watch them back. But Mason Rudolph just misses open receivers. I know he might look good if you just watch the game without like paying attention to what's happening. In that pass that he overthrew Ebron in the back of the end zone, somebody was crossing in the middle of the end zone, was wide open with a huge lane for him to throw through. He just can't score. I mean, Mason Rudolph is good between the 10s, and he cannot put a ball in an end zone. I do not like him. So disappointed that we didn't get to see Haskins. So disappointed that we didn't get to see more. Robert Spillane, he looks like he's lost his confidence altogether. I don't see him doing anything good anymore. Keep up the good work, fellas. Appreciate you. Bye.
It's a good call.
Definitely is right there, man. Definitely is.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head there.
It's interesting, though, bro.
That was pretty good.
I like it, though, man. So far, so good. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. All right, let's hear this next one real quick. See what they talking about over here. All right.
Hey, just wanted to clear something up. This is DeMar Brown again. Yeah, I was in this influence when I made that first voicemail. But I mean, overall, we look great on offensive line. But like if you look at all 22, 76 is getting pushed back way too much. I mean, we didn't take Ben. Thank goodness Ben didn't take a sack. But if you look at all 22, 53 and 76 is getting pushed back. On a few plays, 76 more than 53.
Now we definitely said that, man. In terms of just Chooks, man, he didn't have his best performance yesterday. Kendrick, from what I saw, I thought he played well. I got to see more of him. Obviously, we'll dive back into that later on, but I know my initial when I went back and watched that first go around with tackles, Chooks definitely struggled a little bit, man, at times. So we'll see if he can bounce back, though, man.
That's what I thought,
indeed,
too.
Man. He's going to have to bounce back. All right, let's hit it one more time. Here what they're talking about right here. Get it off your chest.
What's going on? This is Mike Lane calling out of Greensboro, North Carolina. My thoughts on the game. I feel like that Big Ben did well, played great, had 2 touchdowns to Pat Fairmouth. I think Najee Harris had a good showing. I think that left side of that O-line did pretty good, but they kind of failed once or twice and let that D-line get through there on Najee Harris twice. He got tackled for a loss a couple of times. But overall, I think the starting offense did well. I think that defense did well as well. They held the backup quarterback. He ain't do too good for the Lions, but I think that defense looked pretty stout. They gave up a couple long runs, which was kind of troublesome, I think. But I think once those 2 middle linebackers, Bush and Schubert get their feet together, what they need to do. I think that that defense will be shored up. I really believe Cam Sutton need to get off that outside though. He got burnt a couple times. If Minka wasn't back there on one of them plays to break up that pass, they could have house called one of them on Cam Sutton. So I think they need to put him in the slot. I think he'll be a lot better fit there. But I really want to know if Deke is going to be trolling Mike Tannenbaum anytime this week to see if Mike Tannenbaum still feel like Big Ben going to get benched during this in the middle of the season. But y'all boys keep doing y'all thing, man. Love the podcast.
Major love, major respect right there.
I don't know if it's worth my time anymore.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if he's worth my time.
We're frying bigger fish now, man.
Yeah.
We're taking on the whole conglomerate. ESPN, we're at you now. Okay? We want your neck. PFF, we are coming for you as well.
Is that all we got on the calls?
I believe it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that was smooth, man. That was smooth right there, man. Always good to let the people get it off their chest, man. Hear from them, you know. But yeah. I don't think it was too many that we had strong disagreements with. I think that's a safe way to put it right there. Right?
There were some good takes there.
Nah, definitely are, man.
I thought
definitely
so.
Are. So yeah, man. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
No, I got nothing to say.
I was about to say, man, I'm just ready for it to happen now, baby.
I think everything spoke for itself yesterday. That's
absolutely, man. So shoot. With that being said, let's see. We said next show is Wednesday, right? That's what we said.
Sure, I'm good with that.
That's what we said, right? That's what we said.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
That's definitely what we said. Yeah. Just trying to keep it consistent here. Yeah, so we'll see y'all on Wednesday, man. Get that action going. But either way, man, shout out to everybody that was rocking with us on a lovely Sunday. Y'all came out and y'all showed out, man. The likes were there. Y'all were booming, man. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, baby.
Peace.